Big 07s to Hinge. You will be missed. Welcome in, everyone. I hope you've had a good day. And we are back again, hopefully to take on the Moss Deep Gym, and this time, I hope we'll prevail. Let me just find some music I can use, hold on. Probably going to shift the vibe a little bit here, but let's see. A bit happy, but I don't know what else to find, so I guess it'll do. Yeah, welcome in all. Oh yes, it was totally my drawing. No, it wasn't mine. It was by the lovely Llama Rizzy in chat. From memory, as part of one of her donation goals. It is beautiful. Anyway, I will get off the screen. I hope you don't mind, Llama. It was just too perfect for this. The white thing? Oh, right, yeah, the ears, I guess? I don't know. Okay. But yeah, welcome everyone. Hope you're all doing well today. I guess I'll just quickly read for the names. Fish, hello. Zeke, Tom, Suze, Biscuit, Gongi, Tom. I already said Tom. Solaris. Tice, Zem. It was, yeah. Llama, thank you for a debut reaction. Vile, hello. Only you can truly understand your own sadness. Others can sympathize or even improvise, but all anyone else can offer are the tears of an outsider looking in. So I have no intention of crying for you. Here's another God quote, isn't it? I think I do remember that. Use them one. 50 streaks up, Gongi. Very well. Okay, this music is like too happy, but never mind. I went totally to the wrong side, but never mind. Thank you, Biscuit. Appreciate it. Hopefully we do get it today. 60, welcome in. Alright, thank you everyone for the 07s as well. 07 Breedem too. Welcome in, Kingler. 3 matches on Hinge, Chupoy. Hopefully in heaven, Lopini gets all the matches that she needs. Any truths to claim Aura Crystal has been delayed so much because you pivoted to Archaludon Crystal? We'll see about it soon, maybe. Okay, this music is too happy now. Hold on, I should have really prepared something for after I switched off the original music. Hold on. Let's try this one. Maybe that's fine. That seems okay, I think. Okay, but yeah, so the plan. So to recap, if you didn't see yesterday's stream, basically I did Preston Nomura, which is the first fight in Moss Deep Gym, and unfortunately I did make an error in my plans where I forgot to account for the fact that weakness policy boosted Metagross could use Bullet Punch. And the AI happened to roll the 33% in that case, which meant my Lopunny got hit on the switch when I wasn't expecting it to be, and then it died. Lopunny was one of my best mons. Really good IVs, it was one of the fastest mons in my box. I had U-turn, it had Fake Out. It was amazing for knocking out frail targets, it had it all, honestly. But unfortunately now it's gone. And now she's gone. And most of my other plans for the gym did involve Lopunny, so I couldn't really continue stream yesterday, like, on top of just being kind of sad about it, to be honest, because honestly it did kind of hit me quite hard mentally. It's just a game at the end of the day, but even so, it's a very valuable Pokemon to lose, and one that's been with me since the start of the run pretty much as well, which really sucks, but it is what it is. But anyway, so today I did look at my lines again. Yesterday I was honestly pretty much ready to just call it and reset the run or quit altogether, but I slept on it, tried it again this morning, and I think I did find some replacement lines that I can use for the gym today. My Tailizer is a lot more risky now. I can still do it, but compared to what I had previously, there are a couple more risks involved, but we're just going to try it and hope for the best. Because I think it's worth risking a couple things to get the heists, because the opportunity cost is massive if we don't do it. But aside from that, I was able to adjust most of my lines to just not need low penny. Thankfully, Barraskewda also fulfills the role of really speedy, strong attacker. So for the most part, I was able to kind of use that to fill in the gaps, and then just adjust things here and there when I couldn't use Fake Out anymore. But yeah. So yes, I have calced, indeed. Doom calc is like when you calc a lot, but you really struggle to find a solution, I think, but we have solutions. I can't say they're perfect. Like, I think the gym trainers, I have double-checked everything again. I think I'm fine. But Tantalizer is going to be a little bit down to luck, but we'll see. Hey, Gwyn, welcome in. I suppose. Well, it's a new day. I have a bit more of a clear head now, but yeah, I will be honest, I felt really bad about it yesterday. Like, I could have done one more fight after the Preston Amora one, but I just didn't have the mental, to be honest. But I appreciate that, like, everyone was saying to not quit and all that, and to wait a little bit before doing anything too major. And I think it's worked out okay, so I'll see. Jose, welcome in. Good to see you. Welcome in, Jugman. Widow Arc, something like that, yep. Thank you, Radiant. Yep, 07 to low penny Neo, welcome in. Dagger, yep, revenge for my sweet low penny. Hi, Mackie, welcome in. Yeah, we got some stuff, we'll just see how it works. Hi, Swede. Yeah, pretty much it is. It is kind of full send for something, I'm not gonna lie. I'm glad it wasn't that Gogo, because, like, at least... Well, I mean, I did lose it to an oversight during my planning, but... Not something that bad, at least. But yeah, it's a real shame, honestly. Low penny was, like, really, really good, but... If we can get past Tantalizer, we do have a lot of potential scale, because we'll get Urshifu, we can probably unlock our Mega Medicham, and it's probably some other stuff, too, that will just make things a bit easier, so... We'll see how it goes. Yeah, I like. Welcome in. Oh, and hi, Koga. Sorry. Yes, I missed you when I was yapping, but hello to you as well, of course. Got a Susan Ton. Called a Susan Royal Starfire. Ooh, very nice. Oh, wait, that's the wrong one. Sorry, I want Suze 11. That is very true, Koga. Yeah, because otherwise the Moonblast would have taken out my Sharpedo instead, yeah. And that probably would have... I might have actually wiped at that point. Yeah, I think so, because I would have lost my carry. So, I wouldn't have been able to take down Drifblim, probably, so... Honestly, yeah, I think you're right, Koga. So I guess with her last breath, she did save the run. So that is true. I'm sorry that I failed to plan, but... That is a good point, Koga. Yeah, it was literally 1 HP, wasn't it? Yeah. Yeah, now you mention it, I guess that could have happened. Well then, I guess we have to move on, right? Hello, Penny. The Hinge.
There's no laws against the Pokemon Batman.
Oh no, Rennie, I don't want to hear that one again. Welcome in, hope you're doing good. That was quite the cursed video you showed it here. Okay, there is one of a slight pickle. So because I was basically defeated yesterday, I thought that I wasn't gonna actually, like, continue. So I actually wanted to see if the plans I did have with Low Penny worked. So I went through the game and did a couple battles. But then I muscle memoried and I saved after the first battle, so I couldn't actually get back to it. Thankfully, Z stepped in and got me back to where I was, based on my player tag, save state, and all that. So the game I'm on right now is the one that Z has done. WZ indeed, yep. Huge W's for Z. So I'm going to display the first fight that I did accidentally save over on this save, which I believe is riskless anyway, so it shouldn't matter. And then after that, we will return to our normal save file, and then we should be good to go from there. Like, I don't think this fight should affect experience counts or anything if it goes correctly, so... Yeah, thank you, B-Man. Save hook. That would be funny, Koga, but I'm going to swap back to my own save after this, so that probably won't happen. There doesn't seem to be an Ultra Makuza in the box, so... I'm assuming that Z must have released it once they were done with it, because it's my normal box. Although, Heaven's gone back to Hell because I changed it afterwards, I think. And, yeah. Otherwise, it's kind of just my normal box. I can't see a, Legendary in here anywhere. Oh, it might be a shout out, honestly, yeah. I'll have to, come back to you. If we get that far, then yeah, I think that could be a shout. In the cutscene. Oh, you mean, yes, of course, yeah, the flashing sprites and such. Oh yeah, it won't happen because I'm going to swap back to my my main save afterwards, but I see your point, yeah, I guess that could happen. And I guess it should be in a Pokedex too, right? Hi, Personality, welcome in. What number is the Crow's It's here, right? Oh, it's not even in the Dex, okay. Black magic. Interesting. I guess because it was spawned in my script, it didn't register it to the Dex. Really grim. I'll see. I don't know if I'll take you up on that regardless, but hey, if there's a game you want to try, go for it. I see ties, okay. Yeah, true. Good enough reason. But yeah, plenty of reasons to continue, not enough reasons to reset. Plus, I don't really want to get stuck in truck again, so yeah. Okay, so I think that's all the preamble. So yeah, we're going to try and do all of the gym today. And then hopefully we will get our Kubfu, we'll be all happy and such. And then we will call it a day. So it is already 5 to 10, so I should probably get a move on, but yeah. So first up we have to do Blake and Samantha, which is a Trick Room fight. So let me just throw some items on. This should only require 3 monsters fight. It's actually surprisingly easy. With a little bit of abuse. So let's go do that. So I need a spell tag for Basque Legion. Nice Charles X. I get that sometimes, Benny. Yeah, it's annoying. I don't know why it does that. I supply. The gym. Ooh, okay. How many fights before you go to bed? But you can influence a decision there, Tom. That doesn't sound like a great poll. Okay, that should be fine. Yeah. So I think this is literally all I need for this fight. It's pretty straightforward. Oh, it is for that, Rennie. Okay, I was actually thinking that might be why you were thinking about it. Yeah, WB and fiance or whatever. Pretty good stuff. So for the most part, supply. A lot of my use for Lopunny was basically using it as like a second fast, strong attacker. So I could do like Ape and then Lopunny and kind of just double team stuff once I was in a 2v1 situation. For the most part, Bowscudo is able to do the same thing. So I just had to adapt a couple cases where I needed fake out and such, but it wasn't too bad. The Tailizer thing is the worst because now it's potentially a lot more risky, but the trainer fights weren't too bad to adapt. Honestly, it was easier than I was expecting. Like, I was worried yesterday about having to recalc everything because these fights are so calculated, but so complicated. But for the most part, it actually wasn't too bad. The line still worked for the most part, which helped. We do use once a week, we do. Hi, Tiago. Yep, I am live again. And hopefully this time we win. Grade 11, what would that even be? I guess a Litwick or Lampen, right? But there's not much of a backside to speak of. Hi, Jay. Hi, Kazuka. Welcome in. Good to see you. Zuki, you did influence me a bit, honestly. It's all about... not revenge, but thinking about Hinge to Lopunny as we progress forward. Yeah, hopefully it is the comeback, we'll see. Thanks for Bless, the Curse, and the bow tie. You did too, okay, good stuff, yeah. Maybe Gongi. Honestly, like, literally nobody told me to reset pretty much, like... I think about 10 people must have, like, said keep going and that sort of thing. Like, I was a bit worried initially because everyone was, like, saying, keep going, you can do it, and then I'm thinking, like, you don't know how to count freaking Tailizer, but I'll admit it worked out okay. At least it seems like it can work out okay, specifically, but yeah, we'll see. Hopefully this is a comeback. I could also just wipe the Tailizer, but it's better to go down like that than it is to just quit, so it should be fine. Thank you for the plushies, sis. Hi, Pinky, welcome in. Sorry, you're still sugaring. Nobody's not too busy for you today. Ooh, 5 subs from Fish. Thank you very much, Fish. Appreciate it. You did not have to do that, but thank you very much. Ooh, Sugarberry got one nice, and Ty as well. I don't know the other names, but maybe they be lurkers or something. No, it's Fish. That's fine. You really didn't have to, but I appreciate it very much. Thank you. Have a good sleep, and yeah, we'll try and win. Hopefully you'll wake up to a victory VOD. Yeah, thank you very much. Juval, you were, yeah.
For Hinge the low punny.
For Hinge the low punny, indeed, Zigga. Thank you for the bit. You are Scooter? Oh no. Try an escape rope. I hear that might actually work. Okay, anyway, I should probably actually do the fights. Especially for people like Tom who want to go to bed soon. So I don't need any items on anything else. This fight is very straightforward. Weirdly so, but we'll see. Sure, it'll all go into the Oral Crystal Fund. Okay, so we'll do this fight and then we'll swap back to our main save. But yeah, shout out again to Z for fixing my issue. Because I saved over the fight by accident. I think so, Zuko. No wokeness. Ape Gang indeed alike. There's going to be a lot of ape in this gym, so Ape Gang will approve. Oh, I see Scooter. Oh well. It's all over for you, I think. Hi, Wing. We've actually already done Preston and More yesterday, but I messed up the line and my low penny died. So I'm continuing today after I had to recook stuff, but yeah. I messed up Preston Nomura because I forgot to account for Metagross's weakness policy boosted Bullet Punch, and then I switched in my low penny, expecting it to not get an attack off, and it got punched in the face. So I'm quite sad about that one, but it is what it is. But we're continuing today. Welcome in, Chica. Thank you for the good luck. I appreciate it. Enjoy your new sub that you just got from Fish as well.
Yes, that has
to be gifted.
You faked out in psychic terrain. Silence. I'm kidding. I'm cream.
At least I didn't fake out against Queenie Majesty, huh?
Singing the real soyful candle is Driano 60 that slammed his penis.
Maybe Wing, yeah. I guess it's all about the adversity, right?
Driano will be singing washed daily.
Thank you for 100 bits, C's. Appreciate it. Washed daily indeed. I hope I'm not washed today, but we'll see. Really, Tiago? Okay, maybe I'll wipe right now. Money. Okay, I think we're fine for this one. Okay, then I shouldn't need to use these last 3 mons, but they're there just in case I need to sack something, basically. Okay, so I've got Infernate, and I've got Primarina. And it should be... so it's Porygon 2 in slot 1, right? Is that correct? Yeah, okay. It makes sense, Grim, yeah. I mean, to Bug's credit, if you don't know like the abilities and such, and it's very easy to do that. There's a lot more defense against stuff like Fake Out and Intimidate these days than there used to be. Ugh. Alright, let's do this. Okay, so this is Blake and Samantha. This fight is a Trick Room double. They lead with a Porygon 2 and a Berserker. The Berserker has Fake Out, and the Porygon 2 is almost certainly going to Trick Room. As usual, it is EVO Lights. It looks like it got the download boost for my Primarina this time, but it doesn't matter which order it is. So, Berserker here sees that my Infernape has a fast kill on it. So because of how the AI works there, this should always go for Fake Out into my Infernape this turn, rather than trying to go for a slow kill on Primarina, which it does have. However, my Ape also has Fake Out. So this turn, I'm going to Fake Out into Porygon 2 to stop it attacking. Then Berserker is going to Fake Out me. And then my Primarina is going to lock it into Fake Out. I think it's just Random Sweet, isn't it? Okay, perfect. Doesn't matter how much damage we take on Fake Out, if that crit, that's also fine. Not officially ready? Oh, maybe it changed, actually. It might be a later gen thing. That does kind of ring a bell, actually. I don't know. Maybe it's that. I'll have to check. Yes, I bet. Welcome in. Thank you, thank you. We'll try, we'll try. Try to keep killing it or whatever. Yeah. Thank you, Cybet. Hope you're doing good. Oh, really? Okay, maybe it is the average of both then. Okay, I wasn't actually aware of that. Doesn't matter in this fight anyway, but that is interesting to know. Thank you. Thanks, Rory. I will be thinking of your Serena all day. Okay, I'm getting distracted mid-fight. Okay, so what just happened? I just did Encore into Berserker. Okay, so this turn, Berserker is stuck using Fake Out again, so it's completely useless this turn. I'm going to close combat with my Infernape, which may or may not kill Porygon 2. And then I'm going to flip turn into Porygon 2. So if we don't get the kill on P2, then Primarina should finish it off. Yeah, that's fine. I think if Porygon 2 had somehow got a special attack... Okay, that's fine, yeah. Never mind, it's fine, doesn't matter. I think it would always go Trick Room over it. No, actually. Oh, whatever, it's fine, it doesn't matter. Okay, and then Flipton just goes into Berserker instead, that is fine. Doesn't make a difference. Diocese, but thank you for the hype train, Fish, I appreciate it, and everyone else who contributed. Okay, we go into Basket Legion. Now, because it's looking at the Infernape slot, this should bring out the Jellicent next. Okay. Berserker is still stuck in Encore, it cannot attack this turn. So I don't want to... Wait, why has my A5 Arc Spear? That's not right. That's supposed to be Flare Blitz. I guess C must have not got the moveset right on that one. I only just realized that, whoops. Okay, that should be Flare Blitz. We're not using it in this fight anyway, so it's fine, but... I guess that's a slight error. Whoops. I didn't notice that when I was checking. Okay, anyway. I'm intentionally going to whiff Fake Out this turn, because I don't want to use Overheat or Close Combat or Flare Blitz, because I don't want to do anything negative on my 8th. So we're just going to whiff that. And then I'm going to use Poltergeist for my Basket Legion, which just has a fast KO on this. This Jellicent does not have Cursed Body, so we're fine. Thank you, Anne. Welcome in. Call the NPC. Too bad, they've been calling me several times now anyway, so... What can I say? Yep, so that should take out the Jellicent. And then that leaves only the Hatterene in the back. Berserker's Encore is over, that's fine. Okay, and then from here, we can just double fast KO both of these. So Infernape is going to go Close Combat into Berserker to kill that, and then Basket Legion is going to go Poltergeist into Hatterene to kill that. Yes, Weege is almost done with his final full series now. Just took a while to get to Violet. But FS Fridays are a thing. Okay, and then by virtue of this being a Trick Room team, everything in the back is also really slow. So we can just clean up at this point. There's no priority moves to speak of or anything, so it's pretty safe. Choose good, cheery up. So this should be Bomb Song, yep, that's right. And I think Ape's Overheat just KOs here, but we'll also Poltergeist. Yeah, so Poltergeist should just whiff, that's fine. And then we bring out the Rampardos. Which we can just fast KO with CC. Okay, and that's fight number 2 done, I think. Cool, okay, so yeah, I'm pretty sure that fight was totally riskless, I think. If download really does take the average, then it should be fine. There was one thing I was a bit worried about, which is why I was starting to kind of blubber near the start there. Because this Porygon 2 has Thunder. And if it was possible to get a +1 special attack, then technically it could have gone for that instead. But it did not. So. But if it's based on the average, which it sounds like it is, then it would have always been attack anyway, so it's fine. But also, yeah, my Primarine is faster anyway, so yeah, it wouldn't have got the chance to attack, so it's fine. That's true, Zuko, that's true, yeah. Honestly, I think instead of Krampus makes a lot of sense, so it would be pretty good. Okay, so, right, that's the second fight done. So now we're going to swap back to our actual main save. And we'll continue from there. Okay, we're back to where we should be. So yeah, no items were used, no experiences gained, so I don't think there's anything to change. A tiny bit, Tiago, yeah. Not intentionally, but... when I was, like, kind of all sad about my low penny and went into quit, I playtested I playtested the lines that I was going to have to throw away, because I lost low penny. And then I saved over the first fight by muscle memory, so, someone got, sort of redid the save for me, but yeah. I had to get it resolved. Jemash, a lot better, I think, yeah. It turned out to not be as terrible to fix the lines as I thought. I'm still a bit sad about low penny, but compared to yesterday, I do feel a lot better. Thank you for asking. Hope you're doing good, Jmash. Oh, go for it, Graham. Yeah. You probably should. There's, you can only get like a nice spreadsheet from some people and such. There's a lot of options. A lot of the fun about full series is like getting everything together and having all the documents and such. Too bad that Dexter gives a shit, if I'm perfectly honest, but yeah. But the NPC might, we'll see. I mean, it's fine. I've already like done several weird things during this run anyway, so I don't really care at this point if it's sheet legible or not. If it is, great, but if not, then it is what it is. I'm not too bothered. Okay. Right, let's do the next fight then. So the next one is Virgil and Nate, which is a... this is the fling double. So this fight is a bit weird because the gimmick is bugged, which makes the fight significantly easier than it probably would be if it was. There's a crocodile in this fight which is basically aiming to fling a Salak berry at a Pokemon to use both the berry and then activate something else. But for some reason the AI does not realize it has flung its item, so it will just keep using it. So as long as you're not showing a kill to something, then you could just basically ignore that side. It's very weird, but yeah. Okay, I should only need 5 Pokemon for this one. Oh, I see, Grim, okay. Oh, you'll have to die, dude. I'm sorry to hear that, that's annoying. True, yep, specifically Modest Salamanders. Just so I can spend a scale on it. Totally worth it. So I need a Shed Shell. A Muscle Band, a Mystic Water. I wish I could like sort this or something, but it's not possible to do that in this game, sadly. Okay, Muscle Band specifically for Golisopod, and then Black Belt for Ape, and I think that's everything I need to give. Dreamland's mobile. Ooh, okay. I can't say I've ever tried tuning for mobile, but that sounds like it would be kind of horrific to try and play. That doesn't sound like a great experience to me. Yeah. No dice? Yeah, okay, fair enough. That's true, Kogi, yeah, I guess that works. Oh, I suppose when I equip and unequip, it kind of shifts the order again, right? So it would be pretty hard to keep it intact. Yeah, true enough, true enough. Okay, yeah. Once you got your PC, it should be easy to go, I'm sure. Okay, I think I'm ready to go. So, Salamence, 85, Shed Shell, no item on Basic Legion is fine. Golisopod is still level 82. Scooter's 85 with a Mystic Water, and Infernape is 86 with a Black Belt. And then we got Ordino just in case we need to throw a body at something, because we have to steer. Okay, cool. That should be fine. Okay, so Virgil and Nate. I think it's the left teleporter. Thanks to the hydrate supply. Okay, and I should have Salamence in slot 1 and Master Legion in slot 2. Alright. Lock it in. Ho 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 ho. That's fair, Grim. Yeah. Probably makes sense. Thank you, Jet. Aquaman Gel. Okay, so Crocodile and Gothitelle come in. Crocodile has Intimidate, so that's going to go off immediately. And then Gothitelle has Shadow Tag, which would prevent our switching. My Salamence also has Intimidate, which is going to come in very handy here. Thanks for the follow, appreciate it. Maybe Duca, we'll see. There'd be Marius. Okay, so turn 1. Thank you for the best, Sen. So there is special AI with Fling when the ally has a weakness policy or whatever to encourage it to fling Crocodile Salakberry into Gothitelle here, which will give it +1 speed, and then also activate the weakness policy it has, which will give it +2 attack and special attack. But we know for a fact it's going to fling into Gothitelle this turn, because it doesn't see kills on either of my Pokemon, including Master Legion. Hi Nico, welcome in. Oh yeah, Moxie Crocodile is incredible. Welcome in for you. Yeah, Zeke. I'm still kind of yapping a bit too much, I think, but yeah, this is the Dre stream. Hi Delata, welcome in. Saying that, I just got distracted while I'm trying to expand my plans. Yes, so, Crocodile's going to fling into Gothitelle, 100%. Gothitelle will go for Fake Out, because that also does not see any kills this turn. It will not Fake Out into my Bascu Legion, because it's a Ghost type, so I know for a fact it's going to go into Salamence this turn. My Salamence has a Shed Shell equipped, so I can switch it out, despite Shadow Tag. And Bascu Legion is a Ghost type, so I can also switch that out, despite Shadow Tag. So Salamence goes into Golisopod, and Bascu Legion goes into Bowscuda. Who's that? So Fake Out goes into Golisopod, and then Crocodile should fling into Gothitelle here. Which does minimum 10%. And also gives it like a 10 stat boosts, but yeah. Okay, so next up, because of the bug and the fact that Crocodile still doesn't see any kills, partially thanks to the Intimidate, I think, it's just going to use Fling again. That's how this fight works, because for whatever reason it's bugged, so as long as we don't show any kills to the Crocodile, we can effectively ignore it for 10 turns, which is pretty handy, to say the least. Now, this Gothitelle is +1 speed, however, my Bowscuda is just about fast enough to still outspeed it even with that setting. And then I have priority moves on my Golisopod. So first I'm going to use Sucker Punch, because I don't want to attack into Crocodile yet. I want to make sure I don't ever kill Gothitelle, which Sucker Punch does, but Gothitelle has to attack because of its moveset. And then I'm going to Crunch with Bowscuda into Gothitelle, which should then finish it off. Before it gets an attack off. Okay, good. Crocodile should just go Fling and do nothing, thanks to the bug. Perfect. And then Flapple comes in because it sees a slow KO on my Bowscuda. Perfect. Okay. Crocodile wants to go Fling again, still doesn't see any kills. Flapple is going to grab Apple into my Bowscuda here. I'm actually just going to whip a move this turn. Because I want to keep Golisopod in, but I don't want to attack anything. So we do that. And then my Bowscuda is faster than Flapple. It will flip turn into Flapple. And then we go into Salamence to tank the Grab Apple, which has a quadruple resistance, so that should never be an issue. So we're actually getting quite a bit of use out of Salamence for once, which is nice. Oh, I haven't got Duelist? I thought I did. Oh, I have Duelist. Okay. I'll have to add it. Yeah, so Fling again fails. Grab Apple goes into Salamence, which will reduce its defense, but it does like no damage. Pretty cool animation there. Yep, immense usage. Who would have thought? Okay, again, Crocodile will go Fling. This turn I'm going to swap out Golisopod, because we have a good opportunity here. And then I'm going to Dragon Pulse into Flapple, which kills it. Potentially double Modest Nature. I guess not Tice now, because it doesn't have Intimidate. That's fine, yeah. No worries, Coca. If anything helps, please do take it. I have heard of Modest Ments, and I have heard of Modest Ments. Okay, no worries, Tom. Thank you for being here. Hopefully we get the win. Have a good sleep. Same Zuki, yeah, but it's fine. It's not an issue. I think, yeah. And then lastly, it is Vetmore. So yeah, Crocodile does not see a KO on Infernape because of the Intimidate, so once again, it is just going to go for Fling. And this Venomoth is just holding a Citrus Berry, somewhat strangely, because I would have thought it would be like a Focus Sash or something, but I will take it. And we can just Overheat and kill that. Let me just make absolutely sure I'm not baiting a kill on Salamence here. I shouldn't be, because it's like -2 now, but... because it's been intimidated twice, and yeah. Knockoff is max 18.4%. Yeah, well, it's more than that because of the Shed Shell, but it's all good. Yeah, we Overheat, and we switch Salamence into Barraskewda, I think. Is that right? Yeah. Okay, and then that should knock out the Venomoth, leaving just the Crocodile side up. And then for now we can just clean up. Pretty much 60, yeah. Exactly 2, yep. Until it sheds. Okay, good. We have successfully handled the Fling Bug correctly, so now we can just go in on the attack. But first, because combat, my Infernape is slightly faster than Barraskewda, as opposed to Lopunny, who was faster than Ape, but should work either way. Defense is down, but that is okay. Probably Koga, yeah, because of the bug, it becomes so much easier, this one. Right, Infernape shows a fast KO on the Mienshao in the back thanks to my black belt, so this should be Dark Fox in next. It is okay, yeah. So I had to candy it for the Shower Cave double, but I was willing to do that because I need to candy it for Tantalizer anyway. So it wasn't too bad. What for? I wonder, Larry. I wonder. Well, that's one reason among many reasons. There's actually a few reasons it's candied, but yes, the one you're thinking of is also part of it. Okay, both my Pokemon at speed Dark Fox here. This does have a Focus Sash, but that is fine. I'm going to close combat again, and I'm going to actually flip turn with Barraskewda here. But the close combat gives us enough chip that we can then kill Dark Fox afterwards. So 60. There's a lot of fights in this game where it's 2 trainers against you, basically. So each one has 3 slots, basically. So if you knock out all of one trainer's Pokemon, then you can just do 2v1 on the others. There's also true doubles in the game where it does use like the whole 6. So yeah, it's a couple different battle formats. Okay, I want to go back into Golisopod here. Okay, and then lastly we have Mienshao. Sorry, Scooter, we're not. It's just there in case I need to sack, but I think the plan's gone okay. So this Mienshao has a Salac Berry. Because of dynamic speed in this game, if I were to proc the Salac Berry with one of my Pokemon, then it would probably get the jump on my other Pokemon. My Infernape does minimum 90% with close combat, so I'm going to close combat into it. But I'm also going to attack with First Impression into Mienshao to chip it, but never proc the Salac Berry. And then with that, we should kill it before it gets a move off. Even if that crit, that would not get it low enough for Salac. Okay, and that is another one down. Oh my. So that's 3 out of 6 then. Regular fights, anyway. Thank you, chat. Appreciate the clappies. I think so, Kogi, yeah. They're probably one of the more annoying ones. I actually kind of like being able to focus on one side with these multi-trainer doubles, but yeah, true doubles are a nightmare and a half. Yeah, I guess as far as fights go in this game, you get single battles, you get true doubles, you get 2-on-1 trainer doubles, then there's back-to-backs, gauntlets, and tag battles, I guess. It's kind of all the different formats you get. Thank you, Lion. Welcome in. Thank you for being the first-time chatter. Yeah, Miafu's pretty rare, isn't it? Hi, Rock. Welcome in. Not in Lucid, Zen. Not in Lucid. I know, yeah, pretty much everyone in chat is referencing Nuzlocke and specific games and that. I mean, lots of us do play casually as well, but yeah. Like, probably... I want to say probably like 90% of the chat is probably a Nuzlocke. So yeah. I might be wrong. It's all fine. You're not the only one. There's at least one other person in chat who I know is not a Nuzlocke at all, so... So far so good, Rock, yeah. We're much more on pace compared to yesterday. Really ties. Well, I am sorry to hear that. I'll have to go fuck myself. That is all. Okay. Wait, let's see. Exactly, Zam. Yep, the 1%. No, it's Rock. All good. Okay. Right. You reckon you're retired, Swede? I'm sure I'll get back into it at some point. But yeah, I suppose since Lucid ended, you haven't... Well, what have you picked up, Swede? You're still doing full series, of course. The Hate Lock. I don't think you picked up any... I guess you did play PK a tiny bit, but yeah. Adriano Diamond Pantina, really Scooter. Ooh. I'm sorry, Larry. It was terrible of me. And a diamond, imagine. Just that. Sweet, okay, I see. That would suck, 60, but you might never know, to be fair, so there is that. I'm not intending to, clearly, I don't think. PK, I think for the audience that like it, PK is great, but I don't know if I'm that audience, to be honest. I like Platinum, I don't know if I like Kaizo Platinum, if that makes sense. You did, Zuka? Which one? I already forgot I was talking about, sorry. Oh, that thing, right.
Streamed with pride.
Thanks, Gizad.
Battle went south. One bad move left Silence stitched tight in his mouth. His Pokemon fainted. The chat filled with spam. So he crawled to his truck feeling less like the man. But beneath neon streetlights and the soft engines roar, he swore he'd win bigger when he streamed once more.
Beautiful. I think T-Bug wrote that, if I'm not mistaken. That's what I could do, yes. I tried to overcompensate for the failures of the line and strategy, and that resulted in me wiping, so it didn't really work out. I'm sure I could get back there easily enough if I wanted to, but the Haylock is a lot of effort, and a lot of it can be a bit tedious, to be honest, so... I don't know if I'm likely to return to it on my main channel, at least outside of the Redeem, but we'll see. Oh yeah, the Sapphire Elite Four especially was horrendous. I was trying to use Facade Spinder at 1 AM and it just didn't work at all. Good times at least. Ooh, I see Tiago, I see. Really, Larry? Oh, right, yeah. I think, did I see you in, I saw you mentioned somebody's chat recently about, like, how much planning it was. Maybe it was invoices, but... I see. So you're past Grant, right, Larry? It just takes forever to plan? Which, yeah, this is what I was worried about with Y Nouveau. It just sounds like it's too much effort. I did see that Snom is, like, past 7 badges, though, so I guess people are doing it. And you and No Tech and Z are all doing pretty good progress, so... There is hope, but it does still sound like a lot of stuff. Okay, right, Rock. Really, Zuka? Okay. I'm gonna be so bad at that. Like, I'm terrible at calculus. .553 is, I believe that's Crocodile? And 335 is, that is Zangoose, I believe. Oh yeah, you actually don't have VFA yet, Zuko, do you? You must be close, surely. I know you do hydrate a lot, but even so, it's, you've been around long enough, I would have thought you'd have the points or close to by now. I know, it's good. What am I? I wish File. If I could control my voice that well, I would, but... Nope, definitely not. Oh, I see, okay, yeah. Just spend on other stuff then. Okay, that's fair. Yeah, I need to go up to 72 on Yanmega. And I don't need Hurricane, because that's a tutor move anyways. Okay, and then 85. Okay, I need to double check something on Aurora a second. Oh yeah, that is... I'm still faster. And yeah. Okay, so I could probably just get away with that then. Oops. Okay, that's fine, but... I didn't mean to do that. Back out the menu. Oh, is it? Okay, nice. Oh, right, when the Pidgeot crit me. Great. It is a lot of effort for trying to make the lines. Okay, I guess that makes sense, yeah. I suppose you can still be entirely deterministic. It's just, yeah, there's more factors to check in Y Univo instead of AX and that. But as long as you're enjoying it, Larry, I guess that's the important thing. But yeah, I can imagine it does take a long time to get through all the lines and that. That's Bazooka, yeah. You've been busy, right? You've had a lot going on. So, that makes sense. Where's my shot peak? Oh god, oh, Trash Knockout. That actually sounds kind of interesting, Coco. I wouldn't finish it, but that does sound kind of interesting. How would that work? Like, I guess it would be like a BST limit, maybe? Or maybe I'd have to, like, do some sort of, like, messing around with Bun available to get it to work. I don't know, I'm not sure how that would work. It would be probably horrific, but it sounds funny. I was actually thinking, if I beat or decide against Fun and Bun, I might do, like, another little lock or something afterwards. Because it's been a while since I've done one. I might try a Trash Cam Y, maybe. Because all this Y Nouveau stuff has kind of got me in the mood for XY a little bit, but I also don't really want to play Y Nouveau myself at the moment. So. It might be a fun way to play Kalos without having to commit to something that's super long term. When heck is my shot peak? Yeah, for sure, Kogi, yeah. It's some interesting stuff you can do. I'm kind of interested in Sandbox a little bit, but I've heard it can get kind of boring as well, because apparently it gets too easy, so... I don't know, I'm not sure really. But yeah, I guess 1DR probably helps with the difficulty with that one. Have to play around your own crits a lot more, which is kind of weird. Non-crit move. Oh, I see, yeah, that is quite weird, Larry. I don't know. That sounds painful. So I guess it's either you have to, like, try and not do it somehow, or you have to branch a ton of different things, I guess. Hi, Branta. I did, yeah, I was in Poise Stream this morning. Very funny. I love Bug, but we're gonna run that joke into the ground, I'm sure. Oh, but it was so good. Poise laugh when it happened as well was just amazing. It was so good. But yeah, I did see it. Yeah, makes sense if it makes sense. Don't click it, Bugford. No. I think it was just raw into it wasn't into protect, I don't think. No, I didn't. To be fair, I actually looked. I wasn't looking when it happened. I just heard Poise laugh, and then I looked back at my screen, and then it all made sense. So I play on keyboard for this Suka. What I generally do is, if I'm doing DS or below, I use keyboard. If I'm doing 3DS or above, I use controller. Okay, it should be fine. I do be yapping. Okay. What defines crit chance in combat? It's false pattern recognition. Every crit is independent of each other for the most part. But yeah, sometimes the bad luck really racks up. But equally, you the player, could crit several turns in a row as well, so... Yeah, every crit is an independent chance. The specific chance will depend on what game you're playing, but yeah. There is no correlation between crits, I don't think. Okay, I think I'm ready to go. Let me just check my team one more time. So, Sharp Beak, Thunder Punch, very important. Horus is fine. Iron Ball on the Omega. Citrus on Magna Zone. Black Belt on Infernape. Light Orb on Electrode. Dragonite slot 1 or slot 2. Omega 72. Exactly, Solaris, yeah. To be fair, Pokemon wouldn't be as fun if it didn't have RNG involved, but it's annoying when it happens, but it can also create some very hype moments. True Faith, yep. I have been accused of such cheating. The funny part is, like, the amount of times I've been asked, like, if my hacks have higher crit rate is ridiculous. Like, I've never changed it, but people always seem to think that it has been changed because of said confirmation bias. It's wild. And that, Larry, yeah, yep, indeed. You want it to crit? You don't want it to crit? There's lots of different ways it could work out. I think I'm good. Oh yeah, Terracle Null. Great guy. Okay, I think that's right. I just checked my party, so I should be okay there. So newer in this case is Gen... What was it again? So I think Gen 7 is what reduced it to 1 in 24, but Gen 6 did change how the crit rates worked a little bit. The base crit rate was still 1/16, but I think it was easy to get to the higher stages. Really, Squirk. To be fair, you know this game like the back of your hand, right? So I'm not surprised. But yep, indeed. This is Hannah and Sylvia. And Dragonite's pretty good into it, so I can see why. Yeah, I'll go in Squirk. Hopefully this time we win it. It is, honestly, yeah. I mean, I can see why Squirk, honestly. I'm having a really fun time with the game when it works. It's a long slog, but it is a lot of fun. I can't deny that. Oh, your cat. Lovely, lovely. Oh, hello, kitty Squirk. That's fun. I can't blame the cat for wanting to sit or whatever. Yeah, it is, yeah. I guess there's only so many things you can do with it, but it is a lot of fun. I don't know if I would play it again after this. I'll have to see how I feel, but I'm glad I have played the game at least. Really? Okay, I should probably jump into the fight then. Give Kitty some entertainment. Yeah, Dragonite was fantastic for this one. At least in the planning stages. We'll see if it works out. Okay, so this is an Imprison-based double. There's the Meowstic lead, which has Psychic, Thunderbolt, Fake Out, and Imprison, which basically is aiming to try and imprison moves that you would use into stuff that's on the other side, which is a Conkeldurr, a Milotic, and... No, not Milotic, it's, what is it? I can't remember, I think it's a Gyarados and then something else on the back. On top of that, the Meowstic side of things also has Competitive or Defiant Mons to try and, like, stop using speed control and that sort of thing, so, there's a few different things going on here. But anyway. So, first turn. The reason that we have picked Dragonite here is because Dragonite has Inner Focus, so Meowstic will never use Fake Out into it, so it's always going to Fake Out the Aurorus this turn. And then Conkeldurr sees a fast KO with Mach Punch into Aurorus. Aurorus is faster than it normally. So that means it would, even though it does technically have the ability to kill my Dragonite with Ice Punch with a slow KO, it's always going to Mach Punch into the Aura slot here. So, first I'm going to chip Conkeldurr a little bit. Is that right? Let me just double check my Cargo Sack. I'm a little bit suspicious, but... No, that's fine. Okay, okay. Okay, so we E-speed into Conkeldurr, because I don't want to accidentally kill it this turn, which is possible if I crit. And then my Aurorus is just going to swap into Yanmega. So Yanmega will have to take a Mach Punch and a Fake Out this turn, but that's fine. The plus defense nature is actually coming in pretty handy at this stage. Good, okay, as expected. Okay, now here my Yanmega is holding an Iron Ball, so it's actually slower than Conkeldurr. So there's no chance of it using Mach Punch into Dragonite, it's always going to go for the KO into Yanmega instead with Ice Punch. Equally, I think Meowstic just sees random move between Psychic and Thunderbolt on Yanmega this turn, so it's going to also attack into that slot. So because of that, Dragonite can attack freely, and I can take out Conkeldurr with Dual Wing Beat, which does enough damage, which was Sharp Beak, and then I can Detect with Yanmega. I believe that's correct. Yep. Okay, 601 is Clink Flying, I believe. No, it's Zigasha. Okay, so Conkeldurr is down. And then this should bait out the Gyarados next. Gyarados has Intimidate, but it doesn't affect my Dragonite because of its inner focus ability. So yeah, there's a lot of reasons that makes Dragonite really good in this fight, so I can certainly see why it's a popular pick. Thanks, RJ. Okay, so this turn, Gyarados is guaranteed to use Bounce here. We leveled up Yanmega such that with the Fake Out and the Mach Punch, it's never low enough to also bait Waterfall. So this is always Bounce from Gyarados. And then Meowstic is either Psychic or Thunderbolt. I don't mind which one it is. Dragonite is going to attack Gyarados with Thunder Punch, which actually one-shots it, just about. And Yanmega is going to swap into Magnezone, which is able to resist both moves. Digigongi. I didn't actually watch it evolve, but makes sense, yeah. I mean, yeah, it sounds like everyone uses D-Knight for this fight, and I can definitely see why. Gyarados has a Power Herb, so its bounce will go off instantly. Which means it comes down in time for us to Thunder Punch and kill it. Bonk. Gyarados down, which leaves only the Galarian Rapidash in the back. Oh, Metagross, really. I guess Clear Body probably helps, doesn't it? Okay, so this turn, Rapidash sees only a fast KO with high horsepower into Magnezone here, so it won't attack into my Dragonite. Play Rough does not see a killing roll. Meowstic does not see any killing rolls this turn, but this turn, because my Magnezone has Thunderbolt, it is now going to use Imprison this turn. So with that, we can ignore Meowstic this turn, which is fine. I'm going to go Dual Wing Beats into Rapidash here. And then Magnezone is going to switch out into Yanmega again. So interestingly, in Gen 3... so yeah, that's intended. I have the Iron Ball on, but I always survive it. I forgot to mention that, sorry. And yeah, Imprison failed, because for some reason it still uses the Gen 3 mechanic, where if you don't have the move, then it just fails rather than still happening, which is kind of weird, but what can you do? But I was saying, I swear the said it would do a lot more damage than that. Is the game not doing the Iron Ball type stuff properly? This is fine, I'm just curious, but... I didn't take as much damage as I thought I would. No, that does look about right, actually. Oh wait, that's 79, that's for later. I don't know, it doesn't matter anyway. I gotta look at the numbers. Okay, right, so... Yeah, so Imprison failed. Yamego is again going to draw either Psychic or Thunderbolt from Yastic. So this turn, I E-Speed into Rapidash, which finishes that off before it gets a move off. And then Yamego goes back into Magnezone this turn. I believe, is that correct? Yes. Yeah, Badger, welcome in. Thank you, thank you. It's bugged in R&B, okay. I can't remember Gongi, to be honest. It's been too long. Okay, Thunderbolt does barely anything, that's fine. If it was Psychic and a defense, special defense dropped and crit, it would still be fine. Yeah, Fox, welcome in. Yeah, when it works, it is pretty fun, I can't deny that. And yeah, I was saying about this yesterday, but the team design in this gym is amazing. Deck did a really, really good job with that. Okay, so we've just got the one side, so we just need to clean up now. Because Imprison failed earlier, for the older gem mechanic it still uses, Meowstic should now go Imprison again this turn, so we can do whatever we want. So I'm going to swap out my D-Knight into Infernape. I'm going to swap out my Magnezone into Electrode. So my Electrode does have Thunderbolt, which means Imprison is going to work, but that's fine. Perfect, okay. So I can't use Fake Out here, but we don't need to, it's fine. Both of my Pokemon are faster than Meowstic. So we simply go Overheat and Energy Ball. Just check. I did equip the Life Orb, right? Is it correct here? Yeah, okay, that's fine. So we use Overheat and we use Energy Ball, which combined is just enough to kill Meowstic. And from here we can just clean up pretty much. Run and bug. Indeed, indeed. I think I've been lucky that I haven't actually run into too many bugs, which is probably because I'm playing this so late compared to other people. Yeah. Okay, so my Infernape is showing a fast KO to the Purugly, so this should be Milotic next, always. But then we can just 2-hit KO this as well. Alright. So yeah, we can just kind of clean up this way. 2 fast mons, I can do enough damage. Anak, welcome in. Yeah, I guess people do say that, don't they? I don't necessarily know if I agree, but I can see what it means, I guess. There probably is still Subsuka for sure, yeah, I can imagine you found something. I guess the Slush Rush thing that happened to me was also kind of a bug, but it was kind of known too. Yeah, I think that's the only thing I've run into so far that was like an outright bug or whatever. Yeah, it is quite funny, Val, for sure. True, yes, the Water Bubble one. I guess it's with niche abilities and such, right? Yeah, at this point it does kind of just feel like part of the game now. It would be cool if it was fixed, but I guess that would honestly change things quite a bit too, because you would fix the Poltergeist bug and the emergency exit bug and various other things that are kind of just standard play in it at the moment. Okay, so Purugly does have Fake Out here. It's probably going to Fake Out my Infernape, but that's fine. We just get it next turn. Thousand Hours doesn't see it equals immunities. Ooh, okay, interesting. I think I remember seeing some weird behavior on the Roxanne fight, actually. Oh no, Electro got the frag. Oh. Goose Solaris, yep. Yep, Squirks, Redux, Gauntlet Elite 4 still haunts me. Well, not me, I didn't write the docs, but still. That was unfortunate. Okay, 4 fights down. So next up is Kathleen and Nicholas, which is one of the harder ones. Luckily this fight I actually did not need low penny for, so my plan was unaffected for that one. But I do need to take a break first, so we'll do that first. Yeah, it will be a very different game for sure. I suppose to be fair, in the official games, it might be more of a feature than a bug, though, right? But I know Champions had a few bugs at launch, so there was that. Okay, I will be back in a few minutes. Thank you for watching so far, I appreciate it.
Wood.
Okay, back. Thank you for waiting. Hello Q-Spec and hello Merc. Merc, thank you for the Prime for 3 months. I appreciate it. Enjoy your benefits as always. I hope you're doing well. Merc, how is you were Nuzlocking Murkiata, right? How's that going actually? I haven't caught a stream so far. Right, yeah. Champions had some weird stuff with U-turn, and there was something else I think that was really buggy too. I can't think what it was, but I remember there were quite a few interactions on launch where it was kind of buggy. I think sheer force maybe? I might be wrong there. Choose one thing, yeah, there is that too. Oops, sorry, Grim. Boo. Where did you... Right. Yes, Swede is a lucid person only. Okay, nice Izzy. That's good. Yeah, I guess it's a good way to kind of get feedback as well on your own stuff. Pretty good, yeah. We had a bit of a setback yesterday, because I lost one of my best mons, Low Penny, right at the start of the stream, which completely threw me off. I had to go back and recook all of Moss Deep Gym, which is where we are now. But I was able to do it, and so far it's gone well today, so fingers crossed we're in a good spot, but we'll see. I am kind of losing stuff here and there, but we have potentially a lot of room to scale after this gym if it goes well. Runkin in trainers? Well, I think, I don't know, what would that be? Norman definitely shuts down a lot of runs sometimes. Bordy can as well, to be fair. Preston and Mora are some deadly normal trainers. I think Maxi 2 can be as well, probably. That's fine, okay, yeah. I guess it's probably quite late my time. Yeah, I'll try and hop in if I do get the chance. Oh, I see Great Whoops, bit of a chain reaction here. To be fair, Nak, yeah, you do raise a point there. Did nobody redeem first? What? Wow, well, congrats, stream. I didn't realize that was still open. Welcome in. Yeah, true. I definitely have reset a few runs on Grunt too, because the Carvana just happens to flinch or poison me or something, which is wild. This is PB, yes. Has been for quite a while now. My previous PB was for Lava Town of Vito, so this is significantly far ahead than my previous one. With a slight asterisk, but yeah. Nope, Snom, we're very much alive. At the moment, anyway. I do miss my Low Penny, but we're okay. For now, I think. But there's been a few attempts between then as well. Like, I think attempt 19 was the one I got to veto, and then I had a few that just kind of got stuck early game, and then 25 managed to break through Norman and get ahead. Yeah, I have been making plenty of mistakes, man. I've lost several mons to, like, even mechanical mistakes or just not reading the calc correctly, so... I'm not doing the best job in the world. But we're still going. We do still have a lot of really good mons in our box. I can't deny that. Oh, okay, I see Merc. Then yes, that is correct. Yeah, we've kind of hit the ground running pretty well. And I've been lucky that so far I haven't really been, like, super stuck on anything. I think stuff like Maxi 2 and Tailizer and that did kind of get me a bit spooked for a while, but I haven't really been hard stuck on anything, which is helpful. I think my box and resource situation is still in a fairly good spot, which helps. Oh yeah, Snom, how's Why New Vogue going for you? I think I saw you have 7 badges now. You're getting really far in that game. Evil Thoughts at this stage? I really want to bring Ape if I can. I'd imagine I'm probably going to have Ape, Urshifu, probably Primarina, given it's such a staple. I'm not sure besides that. I don't know if I'm realistically going to be able to bring a unique mon, because honestly at this point there just aren't that many left. But I'll think about it more closer to the time, I think. Feeling like when I'm done where every fight is taking like an hour to plan because of AI shenanigans. Oh no. Oh god, that sounds so tedious. I'm sorry, Snom. But Debbie Progress, you're doing well. You're doing a very good job. Oh god, yeah. Victory Road is still... I think Victory Road is slightly less trainers than Ancestral X was, but even so, yeah, that's going to be a right slog. Game put a 2 mil tank. Ooh. Alright, no, it's Merc. Have a good look. Thank you, thank you. Okay, let me sort out my levels, and then we should be good to go. So Garchomp I didn't actually level up. This is the first time we're actually using it in a battle since we got it in Hellroom. So I need to get it to 85. Okay, those are fine. I need Yamega to now go up to 79, not 72. So that's fine. And then 85 for you. And also I need to teach Rock Smash to Garchomp for this one. Over Saturn Tomb. Let's go probably that. Okay, yeah, I think that's fine. Pretty cool Garchomp. So yeah, from what I've heard, this next fight, a lot of people use Arcanine for it, but my Arcanine is too low speed to outspeed Excadrill. I would have had to scale it if I was going to use it, but luckily Garchomp seems to do the same job. So I don't need to, I think. Yeah, Grim, for sure. It's you do kind of have to add extra stuff to it. The Kalos is a nice region in some ways as well. Oh, right. Is it in Blackthorn, Gridea? 0 minus speed hammer. Oh god, that sounds awful, Knack. I'm surprised it was good throughout the game in general, to be honest. I've had a lot of times when I kind of wished I had speed scale on it, but at least I have a neutral nature as far as speed goes. Because mine's naughty nature, I think. But, oof, god, that sounds awful. Yeah, I feel like 31 speed must be quite a difference in some ways. Huge Doggerlight. Half. Okay, where's my Sticky Bob? Probably been a while since I used it. There we go. Okay, no item for Yamega, a hardstone for you. Those are quite nice that we actually have a use for Lycanroc in this fight, so I feel a little bit more justified in not sacking it to Type of Foot before. And then Shockhole. Yeah, that should be fine, I think. Nyakanzika? Well, I'll turn it off in just a second, don't you worry. Thanks, Hydrate Dream. I like Machamp in PK if that guy is fast, he's so many tiers. Right, okay, really? Machamp's speed tier makes a difference. That's interesting. Even though it's so slow base stat wise. I would admit, like, my PK knowledge is iffy in places. Because I've seen bits of late game from streams, but I don't fully understand it, if that makes sense. Thanks to the curse teabag, I hope there's no curse, but we'll see. Chain kill so many different... Right, I see, okay, that makes sense. Right, okay. Yeah, of course, because I guess PK still has vanilla switch eye, doesn't it? Oh dear, okay, that is a pretty massive difference. And I guess in PK, if you get a slow Machop, you're just done, right? Because you can't change it. Interesting. But yeah, that is kind of depressing. I hate it when, like, stuff just, like, doesn't have enough speed to really do what its job is like. Like, Gonki, for example, they had a Ribombee that I think was, like, minus speed, low IV, speed IV or something. So it just didn't do, like, anything for ages. A Fastmon with... I guess Machamp is not a Fastmon, but... A Fastmon that, like, has low speed is just so awful to play with. Okay, I think we're ready to move on. Okay, let's go for it. Kathleen and Nicholas is the next trainer. Oh, with the Adamant, I didn't know that, I see. Yeah, he did sack it in Tail Lives, I think it was. I remember seeing that when I was doing some research. That makes a lot of sense if it was Adamant, I didn't know that. Thanks, Nate. Yeah, exactly, Zuko, exactly. It's just... Oh, it's just not great. Okay. I hope not, Storm. I hope not. I guess this is one that could go wrong, but I think I'm okay. Yeah, idea. Argument. Yep, it is hell. I did see that your Run and Bun VODs have Preston Moore and this one under the gym trainers, so clearly they're a step above the rest. Okay, so this is Caffeine and Nicholas. They lead with a Crobat and an Excadrill. The Crobat has a really weird set here. So it has Acrobatics, Super Fang, Screech, and Tailwind, I think. So it's a bit of a weird set to bait. You either like kind of need to bait Acrobatics kill entirely, or you just can't really bait anything. The Excadrill, on the other hand, is also pretty strong as always, as Earthquake, and yeah, this is kind of a Tailwind set. So the whole plan is to try and control the Crobat despite its weird moveset. Turn 1. Vespiquen is baiting a fast KO from Crobat always. Garchomp is not baiting any KOs at this point. My Garchomp is fast enough to outspeed the opposing Excadrill, and with a Life Orb, even in doubles, we always KO with Earthquake. And then my Vespiquen is a flying type, so it will not be hit. And then I'm going to defend order with Vespiquen to stop the Acrobatics this turn. Okay. I'm pretty damn sure my calc was in doubles, but let's see. It is Snomia, yeah. It's a Protect card in this one. Pretty cool change, actually. I quite like it. Good, it was accurate. Okay. Okay. Now, Vespiquen baits in Mega Medicham. Not Mega Medicham, sorry. It baits in Medicham next. It is Nomikudo, yeah. Okay, there's Medicham. So, the reason for the sticky barb here is because I need to take a little bit of chip damage to make sure that Medicham actually sees a KO with Thunder Punch, because my Vespiquen was already at level 69 from the Winona fight ages ago. But by taking the 12.5 chip, we are now guaranteed to bait a Thunder Punch kill into that slot. So we are expecting Thunder Punch and Acrobatics into Vespiquen's slot. So first I'm going to actually Rock Smash into Medicham to chip it, but never risk killing it this turn. And then Vespiquen is going to switch out into Magnezone here. Yeah, I think Vespiquen's a semi-rare encounter, to be fair. It's not everyone has it. I think it's like 114 and 104, maybe? That's about it, really. Okay, so Medicham should now go Thunder Punch into Magnezone. Lovely. Okay. Okay, so at this point, Medicham is going to see a fast KO with close combat into Magnezone only. It does not see a kill on Garchomp. Crobat does not see a kill this turn, and because it sees that the Medicham is slower than my Garchomp, it's guaranteed to use Tailwind this turn. Because Medicham's defense is lowered, I can now kill it guaranteed with Dual Drop this turn. So we're going to attack into Medicham there. And then Magnezone is going to switch into Yanmega, who will need to tank a close combat because of dynamic speed. Not into Garchomp, no. Only into Magnezone. My Garchomp is, I guess, reasonably bulky. I think the max one on Garchomp is like... Crit's fine, that doesn't matter. The max one on Garchomp is like... What was it? 69%. Okay, and that takes out the Medicham. Which should bring out the Cinderace in the back. Okay, so Crobat once again sees a kill into Yanmega despite the fact the Flying Gem is now used up. The reason that we got Yanmega up to this level is so even after the close combat, no matter if it did crit or not, we never bait anything except for Pyro Ball from Cinderace. So we know for a fact it's going to be a Fire type this turn. So once again, both mons are going to attack into Yanmega. And I can just let loose an Earthquake, and then that should kill Cinderace. Yeah, thankfully this one does not have Ice Punch or any Thunder Punch. Otherwise Garchomp probably wouldn't have worked here. Okay. Cinderace is obviously quite frail, so that takes that out quite easily. And that is the left side down. Or the right side, whatever you want to call it. So we just need to focus on the Crobat side now. So Tailwind is still up, so we do need to play around that a little bit. It's going to Acrobatics into my Yamego again. Yeah, probably could. It probably would have been okay, actually. Now you mention it. Because I guess it would have seen Slow Kill up until the turn it died. It is, yeah. Look at those ears. Or whatever you want to call them. Okay, so next I'm going to Dual Chop. So this will never kill Crobat this turn, even if it crits. Which is fine, because I don't want to kill it yet. Acrobatics goes into Yamega, guaranteed. So I'm actually going to go into Lycanroc here. I think, is that correct? Yes, that's fine. We got Lycanroc. Okay, so we never die to this, that's fine. And then Garchomp gets a lot of shit on Crobat. Okay. Now at this point there should be one turn of Tailwind left. I'm going to take this opportunity to switch into my Infernape on the Garchomp side, and then I'm going to Accelerock with my Lycanroc, which with a Hard Stone does about 50%, so it always kills here. Let's Crobat down. Infernape should bait out Togekiss, and the Tailwind should end this turn. There it is, okay. Tailwind down. Then Togekiss comes in because it's a slow KO. Nope, no death to Tinderaid. Never. And if I'm here, I can just double attack and kill. So Overheat and Accelerock do enough to kill. That does about 50%, and then Infernape does about 52% with Overheat. Pretty much sick, yeah. It was minimum like 50%-ish or something, but yeah. 92 Rock, yeah, Lycanroc's a cool mon. Maybe could, yeah, maybe. We'll see. And then lastly, that brings out the Jinx. Jinx does have Fake Out. It's probably just going to go into Ape this turn. Because I show a fast KO on it, whereas my Lycanroc is actually 2 points slower than Jinx. But either way, we attack into Jinx. Yeah, I'm kind of glad I left it for the Dusk form. Yeah, it does have a Focus Sash. Okay, do I give Ape the frag, or do I give Lycanroc the frag? I can kind of pick here because I got a priority move. Have my Ape, or give it to the dog? Yeah, it's got Midday, Midnight, and Dusk form. Okay. Hi, Ramen. Welcome in. APS? 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 Alright. APS. Oops, sorry, Snump. Double switch? I don't think I want to do that. Okay, cool. Right, does that fight down? Thankfully that went well, because that was one of the scary fights in the gym. So we got one more trainer, and then we got to analyze themselves. So let me head back to PC. I just kind of feel like going back to the Pokemon Center this time around, rather than doing by portable PC, so here we are. Thank you, chat. Okay. Yep, just two more. I just really hope T&Liza play nicely, because I do have to do quite a few risks on that fight. Not a fan, Zuka? I've enjoyed it for the most part, but I admit there is something nice about going to the Pokemon Center as well. Oh no, we are doing a heist cookie, don't you worry. That's the reason it's risky. Because my Pokemon choice is limited, but I'm willing to put a risk or two in for the heist. Yeah, Kirby, I'll come in. Yep, exactly, video, exactly. We actually might scale. Because I get my bear, hopefully. Okay, so I need Salazzle. Golisopod. Fernape. Yeah, Tim. We are so far, yeah, everything's actually gone according to plan this time around. We'll have to see if we win the T&L fight, but so far this has gone a lot better than yesterday did. Yeah, everything good, Tim. That's fair, Zuki, yeah. It is like a break stop of sorts. I can kind of see why. 6-scale bear, we'll see, Solid. I hope I don't need to do that, but it could happen. I am Neo, I think, yeah. I don't think I can get much better, to be honest. My options are a bit limited at this point because I just don't have that many things. Like, I think the 6 I'm bringing I have to bring to do the heist. There's not really much of a choice I could do. And honestly, like, every T&L bot I've looked at, like, there are so many of them that have Dragapult or Beedrill or Hydreigon or all of them, and just, like, I can't really adapt them to my box so much. I've only seen, like, 1 or 2 VODs that don't. I thought you don't really need it to win, admittedly, but I feel like the opportunity cost of not doing it probably is worth risking, like, 1 crit. Or 2, we'll see. But did you win it without doing a heist on your snack? I assume. Yeah, B does seem incredible. Like, my main issue is actually Tapu Lele, because I'm just lacking in something to take it out quickly. I need all the crutches, Kirby. I need them. Aurora Crystal clear? Ooh, okay. That is pretty damn clear. Especially because it doesn't exist. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Oh, wait. I'm looking at the wrong fight here. You reckon, Riddy? I wonder how much that would thin out the sheet, actually. It'd probably knock out, like, half of them, right? If not more. Wasn't coming for you when you won. Okay, I see, I see. Right, I guess people haven't really picked up on the roleplay tech. See, interesting, okay. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I suppose it wasn't really intended to be done. It's definitely something that came out more just as the game got more advanced on that. 9 months, okay, wow. That's actually quite a long time. Interesting. I think Baiwan did the first double heist, but not the first single heist. Yeah, I didn't know how to do that, so good to be honest. Yeah, Baiwan Mills was the one where it was like, he did both Leftovers and Soldo in the same fight. I guess you could do that, Wing. I am not worthy, but you could do that, maybe. Okay, I think that should be all I need. And there's one other important thing I need to do for this fight. I need to actually level up my 8 to 87 now. Because there are a couple things in this fight that would otherwise outspeed me. So we need that for Tantalizer anyway, but it's also good for this fight. Alright, let me mark that down. I guess that's true, video. That I could. But I mean, to be fair, I might be able to anyway, right? If I happen to get the correct Pokemon, like a God of War or a Alakazam. I don't know what, and a Porygon maybe. I don't know what else does it. And 1 day out times, would it? Okay. Like, admittedly, I probably could do a much better plan if I weren't doing a heist, because the fact I have to bring Kecleon along is, like, really hampering my chances, but I think I'm willing to give it a go, honestly. If it does backfire, then it is what it is. I have accepted the risk, but yeah. I feel like J-Mash should go into the E4 with 99 Assault Vests. Wow. Okay. That's pretty incredible. Yeah, I'm probably not going to be doing New Game Plus so soon, but we'll see. Let's see. So Ape has had 2 scales and 3 candies so far. It kind of is, Lars, honestly. Yeah, I'm definitely calculating a lot more than I should be. I probably should be doing other stuff. But it's also very fun. It's difficult to pull away. Hey, chill, dude. New Game Plus basically is you do a Nuzlocke of a game you have already beaten, but you can't use any of the encounters that you got on the previous run. Or runs, depending on how many pluses you add to the end. So like, for instance, if I did a run and bun New Game Plus, I wouldn't be able to use Salazzle, Golisopod, Infernape, Electrode, etc, etc. If you really like run and bun, it's quite fun, but I personally don't want to think of a world where I can't use Golisopod. So, among other things. So I'm not sure it's for me. But yes, people like Rydia and Wing in chat have done New Game Plus, and I think New Game Plus Plus to some degree as well. If I'm not mistaken, Wing is doing his Elite Four for New Game Plus Plus in a fairly near future. Right, yeah, it was a bit of a drought with games, wasn't there? So this wasn't a whole lot of choice. I know Kogi, I can't either. It sounds awful. Like Hibiscus. Yep, that's true. If you really wanted to do like a Triple Crown thing, then you could plan ahead, but yeah, I personally am not going to do it. 1 to 2 weeks, okay. Yeah, you can catch some pretty cool New Game Plus Plus strats there. Yeah, let's give Wing a shout, actually. I would not have done the Showa Cave double if I didn't find Wing's VOD with the Encore strategy. Not that my encounter there was any use, but still. Wing did help there, and also helped my mental a bit by letting me actually break through one of the fights. Even though indirectly. W Wing. Wait, it does video, really? Wow. That's shocking. I would have thought you would have most of the goats by that point. Okay, I think it should be fun. Alright, last trainer. I suggest you not patronize me. Patronize, probably. No Milotic? Oh no. Okay, so this is a bit of a funny fight. The gimmick in this fight is that huge power gets passed around a ton. So this Persimmon has the Receiver ability, which is a bit of a funny ability that when the Pokemon's ally dies, its ability gets passed over to the Pokemon with Receiver and it replaces it. So that's one thing. And then on the Marill side, you have Tauros and a Golduck with Roleplay that will copy huge power. And then in the back on Persimmon, there's also other really good abilities like Protean and Tough Claws. The Marill only has Misty Explosion and it has a Quick Claw, so there is a chance it could use it, and there's a chance it won't use it. For my specific strategy, I actually need to make sure it does not use Misty Explosion. And on this first turn, Persimmon has special AI such that it will basically always use Detect, I think unless it sees a fast kill, in which case it might have a chance of not using it, but for the purposes of this fight, it will always Detect turn 1. So first, I'm going to just whip an attack into Persimmon, that's fine. And then I'm going to First Impression into Marill to kill it before the Misty Explosion goes off, just in case the Quick Claw happens to proc. Thanks, Koga. Okay, Quick Claw did not proc, but we had to do this. I'll explain why in a second. Okay, now by looking at Golisopod... Okay, so yeah, Receiver activates, huge power goes to Persimmon, so it's now double attack stat. And then because Golisopod outdamages both things in the back, Tauros should come in next just because it is the faster one. Sucker could too, yeah. Okay. I think any Mon with a priority move would have been fine here. Intimidate activates, but it's fine. Okay, now... The reason that I had to do that, so the way the roleplay AI works in this game, in this case, is that if the ally has huge power, or Protean or Tough Claws, it gets a +9 score, which is above any regular move but not below kills. The issue I had is that my Salazzle is not currently baiting a kill from Tauros. But if it took even 1 HP of damage, which it would have from Misty Explosion, it would then potentially bait kills. But by being at 217, The calc doesn't actually know what it's doing with the doubles, so ignore that, but there would be a single roll where Zen Headbutt could go for the fast kill instead. Or so fast kill, yeah. So that's why we had to make sure we did not get hit this turn. So with that in mind, my Salazzle is faster than the Passimian, so once again we can lock him on into a move that it doesn't really want to use. And then Tauros is guaranteed to use Roleplay this turn, so we can freely switch out Golisopod and go into Inferno. Bye, Jozuka. Perfect. Okay, so that was guaranteed. Huge power Tauros is terrifying, but it shouldn't be an issue. And then we applaud Passimian and it goes back into use and detect. Okay. This turn. The reason that we had to Candy Ape to 87 here is because otherwise Tauros actually outspeeds me by 1 point. So by being at 86, we are 1 point lower. At 87, we are 1 point higher. Because, yeah, base 110 stat. Fun times. Yeah, it's pretty funny, Solaris, but it's really cool, all the gimmicks in this gym. We have a black belt, so we always kill Tauros here. And then Passimian is still stuck using Detect this turn. So I'm going to switch from Salazzle into Electrode. And I'm going to go close combat into Tauros to kill it before it gets a chance to attack. I hope it doesn't Zuka, but I don't know. Nope, Brenta, never. I know Wing, it is quite impressive. Yeah, that's fine. And then that will bring out the Golduck. Okay, so Encore is still up, so Passimian has to detect again this turn. And this turn I'm going to just kill Golduck before it moves. What is Golduck's item again? There's no Focus Sash, is there? No, it's a Life Orb. Okay. So Electrode is going to go Volt Switch into... Is that right? Oh, so yeah, Zen, that would be funny, but someone's going to have to do the effort because I cannot be bothered. Yeah, what am I doing? Okay, I'm not Volt Switching it, I'm Thunderbolting. So Thunderbolt into Golduck, and then... Actually, I have just realized something, hold on. Does it matter if I accidentally crit Golduck? So I have close combat on hit, right? Is that what I was going to use? Yeah. Okay, so even if I went into the Passimian by accident, I wouldn't kill it, ever, so... Okay, I think that's fine, yeah. Shouldn't be an issue. Okay, so I Thunderbolt, and I close combat. Okay, it attacks anyway, so that's fine. Probably Branty, yeah. Probably good for my my health, I guess. Possibly, I'm not sure, I wasn't really following. I've not really been paying any attention to Passimian. You do, Goopy? It's not a mon I've used very often, but I guess it is kind of cool. Okay, Encore ends, but we are now down to just this side, so now we can focus on the cleanup. Okay, so both my mons here are faster than Passimian, so I can do Volt Switch and Overheat, which is just enough to get the kill. I don't think it would ever detect this turn because it sees a slow kill, right? At least I'm assuming it does. I didn't actually check, but yeah. I'm almost certain it should at this point. Okay, and we go into Turtonator. Alright, all good, all good. It's fine, no. It's fine, no worries. Cool, that's Passimian down. Okay, next in, Lycanroc should come in because it sees a fast KO on Detonator with Stone Edge. W chop. Okay, like my Moxie is a guaranteed KO with Stone Edge. So even though Desperation AI would apply to AP here, the fast KO trumps it, so it should always go Stone Edge into the Detonator slot. So I'm going to go Kecleon. And then I'm going to attack with Ape to kill Lycanroc. This is another case where the candy helps. Once again, we only outspeed this by 1 point because we are 87. Let's check if I've done that right. I don't think so, Neo, now. I'm pretty sure people have got higher than me, but I would like to keep it as high as I can. Is it too long, Roxanne Split? Oh, well, that's tragic. Okay, and then lastly that leaves the Greninja. Greninja is faster than my Infernape, but it's no match for Fake Out CC. From 2 different sources. Oh, we need Zuko. So he's probably going to be ahead of me then, I guess. Oh well, it's fine. All of my Ape stays alive, I don't mind too much. Okay, and with that we are through the trainers, so next up is the actual leaders. So I guess I'll head back, and I'll get my team ready. As soon as I figure out how to escape. Can I go, please? Really Zuka, damn, okay. I'm not worthy of Ape, clearly. Okay, right, what's my ad timing like? I've got a little while. But I will definitely have to do an ad break before the gym, so... Because this is gonna take a while. I am Neo as well, but... I hope we're fine. Yeah, we can do a prediction. Okay, I will do... Yeah, I'll do that. So we'll do one for that, and if we win, we'll do one for the Urshifu as well. Okay, so I do have one planned sack for Tantalizer, so I have constructed the prediction as such. But if all goes well, we should only need the one sack. If all goes well. Alright, no worries, Tim. Have a good night. Thank you for popping in. And I'll try my best, yeah. Hopefully you'll wake up to a win. Have a good sleep. Okay, so what do we need to do then? So off the top of my head, there is one major crit risk, which is just a straight up crit risk. And then there's another one where if I get crit, it could be really bad later. And then there's a third risk where if I get crit on the same one twice, it's a problem. I think that's everything I'm aware of. I would say the straight up crit risk could be really bad if that happens, yeah. That might be wipe territory. Possibly. Whereas the others I might be able to scramble my way to still win, but it would be damaging, I think. I hope not Zeke. It could be the last one alive if it goes really pear-shaped, but we'll see. I certainly hope that's not the case. But yeah, I'll be honest, like, I just don't have that many offensive threats at this point with what my box is like. So the Tapu Lele in particular is really difficult because I just don't have anything that's like really good to use against it, while also trying to do the heist at the same time. If I didn't need to use Kecleon, then that would probably reduce a lot of the risk significantly. But because I want to do the heist, we're in this position. Thanks for bless, Grim. Quite a bit more than 160, to be fair, but... yeah. Okay, where are my Pokemon? Ekleon and Prim. Oh, it is Zeke. Oof. Yeah, they went fine. No issues. Welcome back. 66.7k points. Ooh. Okay, I'm going to take Edge Break now, I think. I'll be back in a few minutes, and then we'll do the rest of the preparation, and we'll prepare to fight. So yeah, I'll be back in a few again. Okay, back. Sorry, it took a little while. Thank you for waiting. It wasn't too long ago, Branter, but it was probably like a few weeks ago, maybe 2 months ago. I don't know. I'm not sure. It wasn't like super recent, but it was fairly recent. Been there for a little bit, I think. I don't know. I haven't planned anything. I'm not particularly great at the celebration aspect, I think. I probably should have, but I have not. Yeah, let's go as Azure. That works. Come Rob, it was pretty good. I'm actually at T&L next. It wasn't too difficult, thankfully, to get it to work out Penny, but the tricky part is T&L specifically, which is quite risky, but I want to do the heist.
Go,
So.
Uncle, go.
Thank you, Ranta. Yeah, Annie, welcome in. 110 streak. Big W. Thank you, Annie. Very sorrowful. Yeah, thank you. Good timing, Annie. We're just about to do Tantalizer now. Thank you, I hope I do. I hope I do. Okay, so I need to do a couple bits on Kecleon. So first, I need to commit a scale here to get roleplay, which is important for the heist. I hope so, Koga. Thanks for good lucks. Oh, I could teach camouflage. Yep, -1 scale, but it's for a very good purpose here. I'm going to get rid of, I think, Drain Punch. Okay, so that's 1 more scale gone. The remaining 3 I have at the moment are probably going to go into Metachamp, but we haven't done that just yet. Chew Morgan, chew. Lots of laughing. Welcome in, it's also I forgot to say hello. Yeah, thank you for the cheers. And then the other thing I need to do is teach Kecleon Feint Attack, because Run and Bun has some strange bugs where Sucker Punch doesn't work on Struggle, and Knockoff does work through Struggle. It still knocks off the item, it's weird. I remember happening in Flygon Swan ages ago. So to avoid that happening, we are going to do something else. Alrighty, Morgan, oof. I'll have to report the result back then. This is going to be a long fight, so... I'll have to see how it goes. Yeah, I rewatched his VOD actually recently just to check on that one, but yeah. Okay, I think this is our team then. Okay, so the predict is open if you do want to do one. There are a few risks in this fight, which could definitely be a big issue, but we will see. I don't particularly want to sack anything in this fight except for 1-1, but we'll see. Okay, so I need Citrus. Citrus. None. A Life Orb for Prim.
Yo bro, just wanted to show some real love for your stream cause you've
Some love for my
genuinely
stream.
got crazy potential and I'd love to connect you with top Twitch streamer who pulls thousands of live viewers and has over 3M followers. He actually helps smaller creators grow the right way, with real viewers, active chat, and loyal supporters who sub, gift, and donate. If you're interested, add him on Discord, right pointing finger emoji, smash 324 and tell him shockingly Gongas sent you.
I'll have to DMJ Mash, by the way.
Stream needs.
Thank you for the bid, Sam. It does, Larry, it does. Very crucial item, I think. Thanks for the cheers. So yeah, I don't have like a super offensive threat for this one. So it's actually going to be Golisopod that's going to be our main damage dealer for the most part. I have no Dragapult, I have no Beedrill, and I don't have a Hydreigon either, which makes pivoting a lot harder. It is plus speed, basically GMO, yeah. I did actually reset for the 8, but it is 31 in everything except for defense, and it is naive. Okay, where's my silver powder? There it is. And then I don't want an item Kekleon. And I think we should be ready to go. I hope so, B-Man. I'll try my best. You didn't get Bull Morgan? Nice. I guess you must have had all the entertainment after all. Against, good evening. Good timing. We're just about to do T&L now.
No Dragapult, no Bee, no Hydreigon, no Calc, no money, no love, no home, no food. This is the Tate and Liza wipe.
Sounds like something out of Zep's stream. Thank you, Zuka, for the bit. Well, it could be the wipe as well. We'll see. Hey, we have some of that stuff. What defense? Yowie? Really? Wow, okay. Interesting. Wonder if Rennie knows about that. Hey, good conversation, I would say. Yeah, for sure. It is very Zap-like. Thanks, Hydrate. Yeah, sure. I guess you can make it of anything. I mean, that's what the whole Rule 44 thing's about, right? It exists on the internet somewhere. Okay, so my Ape is at 87. We have a Charcoal. Glycopod is 85 with a Silver Powder. Legion is 85 with a Citrus Berry. Rapion is 85 with a Citrus. Kekleon is 85 with nothing and knows Roleplay and Paint Attack. And Primarina has a Life Orb, which is correct. So the reason for that, Zuko, is because Zeph has been moving state for a while. He moved away from where he was and has moved to a different state now. So a lot of that was all the moving stuff, which took a while. And then on top of that, I think there's also real life stuff he's got going on at the same time and that. So he's been streaming where he can, but he's been a lot more busy than normal. So it's been a lot less consistent for a bit. But I think he has moved into his new place now. So I think once he's settled in and he's done some real life stuff he's got going on, and he should be probably live a little bit more frequently, I would say. Or he could just quit entirely, who knows. But I think that's the plan at the moment. Thanks, Jibs. Yeah, thank you, Zuka. Content not available, God's sake. Why do I have to live in the UK? I'll have to look another time. Never mind, it's fine. Alright, go for that, Zuka. Yeah, that'll work. Thanks. Huge Traffic Crab. Is there a Traffic Crab 7TV now, actually? Surely that must be right. There isn't. We should add one. Yeah, debut Krabby and Wallace. Non-overheat fracks and overheat fracks. What is this? Oh, I see, okay. That does look like a pretty big percentage. I can never. It's all overheat fracks for me. Alright, let's do it. Meet our fate. Let's see if Hinge's death has blessed us with the RNG we need for this one. Thank you, chat. Thank you, Supply. Hi, Flam, welcome in. We are just about to do T&L now. My run's been going well for the most part. I did have a bit of a setback yesterday where my low penny died, which kind of threw me off, but we have done the rest of Moss Deep Gym today, and we are just about to do the leaders now. So good timing. Welcome in. Oh my soy. Is that the case now, Armor? Or, in the future? Yeah, thank you for the cheers. I'll do what I can, obviously. There is risk in this fight that I cannot entirely stop, but we'll see. Hi, Prof. Welcome in. I'll let you know when to panic. But yeah. So yeah, this is the team. Originally, I was going to have Low Penny instead of Primarina, and we were going to do a lot of U-turning and all that sort of stuff. But because Low Penny died, I had to recook this and go through a different method to handle like the Latios and that. Let me just show T&L Split's team quickly if you have not seen it before. So this particular fight is a bit of a subversion. Rather than being a double, it's actually 2 back-to-back singles. So you do Tate, and then straight after you do Liza without healing in between. And it's pretty nasty. You got like Mega Latios, you got Mega Metagross. Hooper's there in both one, there's a Zoroark. This Tapu Lele is a nightmare for me because I don't have anything that kills it quickly. That can fast KO it or anything. And then, yeah, it's a pretty demonic fight. And on top of that, you often do something called the Heist, which involves stealing the leftovers of this Hooper, which means we do have to PP store this out, so... This is going to be a long one, so strap in. I'm not too worried about the Tate part, but the Liza part could be an issue if things go wrong. Yeah, I think we're all good. I want to lead with Infernape, that is correct. I wish we could add a better plan than this, but I don't think I'm going to get any better, to be honest. Alright, see you, Morgan. I'll report back. Wrapped and wrapped. W, okay. One last save for the road and then we'll do it. Now? Okay, nice one, Armor. That's good. The Low Penny was safer, yeah. It wasn't riskless, but the risks were much less than this current version. But I don't have a fast attacker to really take on stuff anymore, so... Aside from Ape, which can't do most of it, so yeah. Alright. Let's do it. I should control Hooper. Such arguments. Alright, here we go. Enough. Yep, heist time. Okay, so first up we have Tate. Tate leads with an Azelf. This Azelf has Future Sight, Stealth Rock, Knockoff, and Explosion. The way Future Sight AI works is that if it sees a kill with it, it will actually use it over Stealth Rock. I only had a few mons on my box that could actually bait Future Sight like this. Infernape is one of them. Low Penny was another, which I was planning to use, but I couldn't. But this turn, this should be guaranteed to go Future Sight. This also has a Focus Sash, so I can't one-shot it. And my Ape is slower. So first, we overheat. Azelf is guaranteed to use Future Sight here, so that's fine. Sorry, I just noticed something. Might just have to proceed. Okay, how should I do this? Okay, well, anyway, this is gonna explode for sure this turn. So I have to go into Vascular Legion here. I just forgot, I was going to switch into Primarina to tank the Night Days, but I forgot about the Future Sight, so I'm going to have to switch my line. Okay, we'll figure it out. Okay, so this should bait in the Zoroark, not Hooper, that's actually Zoroark. This is going to use Night Days this turn, that's guaranteed, and there's also a Future Sight that is about to pop off. I was going to use Primarina here to tank it, but I think I have to actually go into Drapion instead. Because I can't really have the Future Sight go off. Oh, sorry, Jibs, yeah, I should. Okay, someone else did it. Hi, Ronnie. I swear, like, you just realize things better when you're in a battle. Okay, there might still be a way we can get out of it, but we'll see. Okay, so I think I have to go into Drapion this turn. So this is going to Night Days. We'll have to figure it out. A lot of damage. Okay, and future sight whiffs. I hope not wing, but we'll see. Okay, so there should always be Aura Spear now. The issue I have is that I'm probably now baiting Latios Earthquake as well, and I need to be a higher health to not do that. So I need to somehow figure that out. I mean, there might be an alternative way I can do this. That's not what I want. Yeah. Yeah, okay, we're very much in earthquake range at the moment. Okay, so this is going to go Aura Spear for sure. I could potentially swap back in on night days and do that, but... Well, I think there's something later that might then be an issue. How should I do this? Yeah, something like that probably could work, Zuka. I'm just trying to think how to do it is the thing. I can go into Basque Legion and back in. I just don't know if that puts me in the right position or not. Something like that, Daedalus, yeah. So, like, at the moment, if I took... Let me see. That'd be 57. That could be 160. Oh, no, okay, no, that won't work. Yeah. I don't recover enough health now. Right, so I can't do what I was originally going to do. I was going to try and PP stall at Latios, but I would potentially be baiting Earthquake here, so I can't do that. Okay, I'm going to have to think of a different way to do this. It's just because, like... well, I don't know, maybe I could just touch bomb, actually, hold on. Because I guess I might be able to go Basque Legion... No, wait. I could go Prim and then back to Drapion, maybe. Because I probably can do that. Would that be enough? $57, okay. So... that would get me to 137, which is... still too low, okay. Alright, no, I think I just can't do the PP stall strat now. So I'm gonna have to deal with Latios in a different way. Okay, well, in that case. At the moment, this is gonna Aura Spear, for sure. And at least, I forgot that I had to tanky Future Sight as well. I was gonna switch in Primarina to tank Night Days, which was a crit risk anyway, admittedly. But I realized in the fight there was a Future Sight involved, so I could not do that. And now my Drapion will later bait Earthquake from Mega Latios as well as Draco Meteor, so I cannot do what I wanted to do. Potentially quite a lot for it. Okay, well, we just have to proceed. So this is Zorak. This is going to go Aura Spear, for sure. I guess my options here are either I go into Ape now. But if I did that, then it's probably going to be random anyway, right? Yeah. Because I would take... it would be Psychic or Dragon. Which I don't really have a good switch into. Okay, I think we just go for the normal plan for now. So... alright, this should be Aura Spear, guaranteed. I'm going to go into... Thingy. Go Isopod. And then we can kill this with a first impression. Okay, and then that baits out that tears. Okay, so this turn at least this should be guaranteed to be Draco Meteor. I'm pretty sure on that one. I might be okay, it's just the issue is that, like, I need to swap back in to this later. And if it goes Zen Headbutt, then there is a chance I might get exited out. Hi, Path. Yeah, Mega Latios at this point should always go Draco Meteor, I'm pretty sure. That correct? Yeah, so I think I have to go into Prim here. I wouldn't say that little, but we'll see. Argument. I have to get that first, unfortunately. Okay, now the issue is that this is 50-50. So the reason I have the Life Orb here is because I wanted it to not Dragon Dance. So I show a slow KO with Moonblast by having the Life Orb equipped. However, this can now be... I think... I don't know, what is this? I can't actually remember. Is this guaranteed Zen Headbutt? Yeah, it is. But the issue is that if I go back to Drapion, I'm now going to be baiting Earthquake as well, so... This will never Dragon Dance because I have the Life Orb. I've actually kind of shot myself in the foot there by trying to do that, so... I think I just have to go into Golly and hope it doesn't get exited. Yeah, it does look like a time, doesn't it? Okay, I have to just go hard Golly here, I don't have another option. I think High Roll regular Zen Headbutt can also do it. Yeah, I think we just have to try again if we get exited. Okay, ideally we just hold here, but let's see. Okay, perfect. Alright. Okay, and then from there, Silver Powder, level 85. Is that actually Dead Zone? It is, isn't it? Alright, well, I guess that works. Okay, first impression kills. Damn, I must be blessed. Okay, and then this baits in the actual Hooper. Okay, now the issue is that this turn, this is 50-50 Hyperspace Hole or Shadow Ball. I don't know which one's going to come out. So I have to go into Drapion here. I'm hoping, I think that this is Hyperspace Hole. But we'll see. I don't die if it uses Shadow Ball, but it's not ideal. Okay, that's good, I think. Don't worry about counting, it's fine. I've got the PV script open, so I shouldn't be able to get it wrong. You can count if you want, but it's not necessary. Okay, so against Drapion, there should always be Aura Sphere. I know, right wing. To sack 2 guys. Who do you want to sack, Alite? Okay, let me just get into the rhythm of this first. So this should be Aura Sphere on Drapion. Always. Yeah, okay. Or substitute. One other thing I need to check, actually. So, what was it I needed to check? It was... Yeah, that's fine. Okay, sweet. Okay, so this is Aura Sphere. So I want to go into Bastard Legion first. Sorry this is so slow, I just need to get into the rhythm of this first. Oh, you did Zuki, you did, yeah, I remember that actually. Okay, now this should always be Shadow Ball. So I want to go into Kecleon. Then, okay, so now it's OSB always, right? So at this point I just go between Basque Legion and Kecleon, I think. That helped as well. Yeah, okay, this is always our spear. One hole, one spear, and one ball. Oh, that can also happen. Shadow Ball, we go into Kecleon. Yeah. This is gonna take a while. Probably part of, honestly, yeah, I could believe that. So it's 8 Hyperspace PP, Hyperspace Hole PP, 15 Shadow Ball PP, and 20 R Spear, I think. True that. It can happen, Ranta. I think we're actually in a pretty good position for it, so we might be okay. I think there's only one crit risk left I need to still do. Oh, the Jacob, yeah, poorly linked that recently. Okay, so at this point, we have 7 Hyperspace Holes, 10 Shadow Balls, 15 Aura Spears, and 9 Substitutes left. Aye, nice weather indeed. I probably can speed up a little bit, but I just need to watch I don't put in the wrong key presses. For Hinge the low penny. Thank you, Zika. Yeah, it should be Llama, it's fine. No worries about it. Don't you worry at all. Who is that? I can probably speed up a little bit. I have to be careful not to lose track though. You wouldn't... Yeah, I probably shouldn't, to be fair. Okay, alright. I won't then. Oh, thank you, Claude. This do be taking a while. Yeah, you raise the point, Llama. That's true. Is that right? Yeah. Hello, I sent you a direct message on Discord regarding the recent Royal Crystal. Grano said, you have exclusive information regarding this matter and I should message you directly. I understand if you do not want to reply on Twitch, but can you please reply to my direct message on Discord? Thank you. I'll have to look, Larry. Alright. Yeah. Sound like you invoice. Oop, there'll be hydration. Thank you, bro. Ekleon Dex number is 352. Hooper Dex number is 620. Mental maths is hard to do when I'm trying to concentrate on other stuff, though. Okay. If someone else wants to answer the question, go for it. Yeah, I probably should make sure I concentrate on this. Okay. There are 3 shuttables left, so we will have to change soon. I do need to make sure I don't miss it is the only thing, so if I get distracted, that could still be a problem. This is still RSBA, yeah. Llama's not wrong entirely. I do need to at least make sure I see the PP, so... I don't mind too much, I just may not respond to what you're saying, but... Okay. Right, this is Shadowball again. W Llama. True light, true. Alright, this should be... This is our spear. We do love Llama. Okay, this should be the final Shadow Ball. Okay, so that is done. So this is still Aura Spear. So I go into Basic Legion this turn, and then after that I need to go into Drapion instead, I believe. So now we bring in Drapion, I believe. Okay. Then this goes Aura Spear, so I go back into Basic Legion. Okay. This is Aura Spear. This is Kecleon's best moment. This is Hyperspace Hold. This is our spear. They were almost there. To be fair, I think Kecleon does come to some of the fights if you use it. I didn't really utilize it much myself, but... I think it does have its uses. I know, right, guy being awful. This is our spear. Hyperspace hole. Okay, this is the last Aura Spear. Then we go to Drapion. Okay, so I have to go into something else now, right? And then back into Drapion, and then I switch into Kecleon, I think. Oh, can this hyper... Can this actually hyperspace hold this turn? There's one hyperspace hold PP left, but... I probably need to knock it out sub, right? But I can't use knockoff to do that. Ooh, I don't have Imus Koga. I need to do that. If I break the sub, I should be fine, but... Why is there a Whoopiano emote? What is that? Here's the Kirby hats? Oh, like... Getting claused. Just break the sub, okay. Yeah, so do not use knockoff to do it. Okay, if there's even a chance it can use hyperspace hold, I cannot switch here, so... Alright, we will just break this up then. Without using knockoff, because that does hit Fusub in this game for some reason. At least it knocks the item off Fusub. Okay, good. And we get a bit of help to boot, which might be nice. Okay. Right, I used it. So yes. Good thing we didn't switch, thank you, chat. Alright, and now we bring in the Kecleon. Thank you, Zika. And thank you, Kamarov, as well. Appreciate the counting help. Okay, so roleplay works through substitute. Magician in, and then I think we just do feint attack, and then we keep doing it until it can substitute no longer. Because sub does prevent the effect of magician. It doesn't matter, Zuka. So I'm fine with it being a full, yeah. Good question there. I guess, yeah, I guess some people probably use it as like a form of damage control, right, to bait stuff. I think we do kill this before it struggles, but we'll see. Magically, Arcabin, it is, it is. Hi Freddy, it is pretty cool, yeah. Not that Kecleon is the only one capable of this, but it's definitely the most accessible one. It's kind of ironic given that in Mystery Dungeon it like attacks you for stealing from it and all that, but yeah. Yeah, I would say it's the most iconic one for sure. But the triple heist, I can't imagine. Okay, we should be able to get it this time around. So sub breaks is now beneath 25%. It still has substitute PP, so it will not struggle. Indeed, indeed, yeah. It requires the scale, but besides that, it's pretty good. Okay, so substitute should fail this turn. Feint attack kills the Hooper, and then we should get the leftovers as it feints. So it feints first, and then the animation happens. Alright, there we go. Lefties. The heist is complete, now we just need to actually win the second half. So that's the first part done, and now we have to do the Liza half, which is also very scary. No sacking Ape, but I do need it to win. Alright, straight into the second half. Liza is the one who with all the demonic mons, especially. First off is Tapu Lele, which invokes Psychic Terrain, so we cannot use Fake Out in most circumstances. This Tapu Lele is a pain in the ass for me, I just don't have an easy way to kill it. What I would have done originally is that I was going to U-turn into U-turn to do some chip and then kill it with low penny afterwards, but we have to do a different option now, because I just don't have much else to handle this thing. So first we're going to hard switch into Kecleon and sack it. I will not click Fake Out. I hate to do it to Kek after all that effort, but unfortunately I need a sack here. We'll have to take the leftovers off its dead body, but I have to sack it for Lele instead of Metagross because I just do not have a good way to switch into this thing otherwise. But for the road, I will click Fake Out. There you go. There's your Fake Out and Psychic Terrain. Alright, see you, Kek. Thank you for your help, I really appreciate it. Hi, Dylan. Okay, now this is time for the major risk. I did, Innie, I did. We bring in Basque Legion. So, with the way that my party was set up, to do the heist, I just did not really have any other way to take out Tapu Lele quickly. Yes, this is just a straight up crit risk. Tapu Lele is going to use Psychic on me. If it gets a crit, my Basque Legion dies and I don't know what the hell we do. So I am praying it does not crit this turn. Lele has a Assault Vest, so it's still equipped, so we always have an item. If it does hit the Poltergeist, we are guaranteed to kill it. So, please do not crit me this turn. Don't do a Mega Pidgeot from a 10-3. Please. It is Kogiak. Crit is guaranteed kill, so... Well, I'll show the calc, hold on. I think it's guaranteed kill, let me just double check that. Psychic Terrain, crit. Yeah, always kills, so... Hold. Come on. Okay, good. This could be the run. Okay. Bang, and that kills the Lele. Okay, so next in here should be Latias, I believe. Perfect, okay. Latias has a Soul Dew, so it is really, really strong because this is the Soul Dew based off the old style where it just gets 50% to its special attack and such. At our current health, we are always baiting Dragon Pulse. So from here, I can go into Primarina, who is immune. A bit Zuka. We do have a really good moveset for this, but I'm actually not going to use Primarina against this. I'm going to flip to now. So, I don't care which move this uses, that's fine. Okay, we go into a Lysopod. Now, we are in Psychic Terrain, however, Latias has the Levitate ability, which means it is not touching the ground, so it's not actually affected by the Psychic Terrain priority blocking effect. So with that in mind, and with the chip that we got from Flip Turn, we can just kill us with First Impression, straight up. I did, and it worked. Okay, so that's Latias down. The next in should be Hooper Unbound, I believe. That is not Hooper. Okay, why is that Metagross? I guess my damage rolls a little bit mucked up, weren't they? Okay, we should be I think we should be fine. But we do have a little bit more to do. Hi, Solid. Welcome in. That's Torok? Holy. Okay. So this is, I guess, yeah, my Galactopod. I think I was expected to be a little bit higher than this. I've had out Psychic Terrain just decided to turn itself off. That was probably what happened. Okay, I think this is okay though. So at this health we should be guaranteed to bait, then headbutt. Yeah, I think this should actually work really well for us. I'm gonna go into Drapion again here. But he had one steer, to be fair. Yeah, so this is a Mega Metagross. This thing is disgusting. It is so strong, it is so fast. It's bonkers. Okay, so we take Zen Headbutt, and then this should be either Meteor Mash or Earthquake next, I believe. So let me just check this. So at the moment, my Drapion is 161. So yeah, it could be either Earthquake or Pursuit. It's most likely going to be Earthquake. Does my Galactopod survive a crit Meteor Mash? That is a question. Yes, it does. Okay. Maximum 106. So, with that, did I say the wrong one? Sorry. With that in mind, we could just go into Galactopod here. And we should be able to get the exit. Oh, really sounded nice. That's 20. Oh, right, the dead zone issue. I forgot about that. That's how it works, isn't it? Oh dear, okay. Do I survive a crit? A non-crit? Yeah, okay. Oh no, but I won't work because I won't eject out because I'm not above 50%. Oh fuck, okay, yeah, this is quite bad actually. Yeah, I can't hard switch in Infernape here because of, in fact it's Earthquake. And Primarina probably baits multiple, so... Crap, okay. I guess so, Koge, yeah. Ooh. Who do I suck here? This is a tough choice. It is Donald, yeah, that's right. The thing is, I don't think there's a crit I can risk, that's the issue. It is Donald, yeah. I think I have a thing for it on him. Oh, that's the well, that's the Silmark arc, yeah, but that does have the AI percentages. Shoot. Okay, what do I do then? It might have to be, yeah, I think Vascular Legion might be the most expendable here. I need Drapion to take on the Hooper still. And I can't get rid of a Primarina or Galactopod, so that only leaves Vascular Legion, really. I don't think I have any consistent way to beat Meteor Mash. It's annoying. Is there anything else I can do? I wish, Morgan. It is, yep, I have no more ghost types. That's the thing. There isn't a good option here. There's all issues with all of them. I might get a Dhelmite soon if I'm lucky, but... yeah, I'm kind of lacking in ghosts. But I have no, like, if I could get in on a Meteor Mash, I could just hard switch Innate, but I have nothing that baits Meteor Mash consistently. So... it probably has to be Vascular Legion. I think, like, if I get Vascular Legion in now and sack it, I win, but... yeah, I don't want to sack it, but I don't think I have a choice. Because, yeah, Zen Headbutt... maybe Dylan, maybe. I need to have Drapion for the Hooper Unbound. That's going to come in after this. And also, being able to knock off stuff is really important. It is Kogi. I don't need Vascular Legion anymore for this fight. It's just because, like, it's a ghost type, but... you said Golly? Zuka, really? I'm not sure I do that. It's too good. Hi, Mal. Okay, well, I can appreciate the Golly haters, but I do not agree with that one. Yeah, I think it's gotta be Vascular Legion. I don't have another option. Holy insults. Honestly, even ignoring emergency exit, first impression is very handy. And it's just so physically bulky too. It's pretty cool, I think, but yeah, fair enough, fair enough. I guess it is a bit over-centralizing. Anyway, right. God forbid Ape, yeah. Well, I need Ape to take out Mega Metagross, so that also isn't an option anyways. Ooh, poor Kecleon. I have to sack that. I can't see any other option to do this. If I go back into Drapion, I'm just baiting Earthquake again, so... unless I want to start risking 33% on Ape, I don't think it's a good idea, so... I assume Ape does die to Earthquake, right? Yeah, it's a roll. Alright, I'm sorry, Vascular Legion. You've been amazing. But this is for the run. Sorry, Goat. True, it does have Pursuit, doesn't it? Well, that would have made my choice easier, but yeah. Bask was amazing. That's a real shame, but... gotta be done, sadly. Okay. Resuming. At level 87, Infernape is able to outspeed Metagross. We have a Charcoal. So with that, we can just delete with Overheat. Here's one sec. W fake out. 41 fights. Oh god, okay. I need a Dalmise. Alright, that's the big beast down, and that just leaves the Hooper and Bound left. Okay, so I can't just close combat this because this has a Focus Sash, so I will knock it to 1 HP and then my Ape will die a horrible death. But at the moment, we should be guaranteed baiting a Psychic type move. Mega Hooper. Hi, Panda, welcome in. Yeah, to be fair, it is kind of like a Mega Hooper, isn't it? So we go into Drapion. Okay. Drapion has Battle Armor, as always. The most damage this can do to me is 120, so I never die here. Actually, can I Rock Tomb? I probably could, right? And then just kill it with each life. Yeah, that should work. I guess this is the end of the fight, so... That's Rock. W Donuts. Okay, that lowers Hooper's speed. Breaks his Focus Sash. Let Ape kill? I could, to be fair. I think it is riskless at this point. But nah, this is Drapion's job. I deserve to give it the kill here. Alright, we're through. That wasn't clean, but we avoided all the major stuff, so... 7 badges. And with that, we can get our Kubfu. Hopefully I don't regret that lack of ghost type, but... I don't think there was another option, given the situation, so it had to be done. Thank you, chat. Yeah, 7 badges. Huge. And I think the cap goes up to 89. Okay, I will make a prediction now in a second. That's fair, Larry, that's fair. I understand. So I am personally hoping for a dark bear. But we'll see what comes out. Okay, someone else is doing a prediction, that's fine. Alright, TM42. Psychic. And there is no phone number. Phone inhibition. Okay. There we go, okay, someone's done a prediction. Cool, okay. The Kecleon was Tailbone, the Bath Legion wasn't. Metagross came in earlier than I was expecting. So I had to steer a little bit. Unfortunately, I got dead zoned, which was unfortunate. I want the Dark Bear myself. Evil Bear. Anyway, let's lay our Fallen to rest, and then we will go get our bear. And then that'll be it for today. I haven't got my audio split, Dylan, so I probably we're tending to get copyright strict. Fuck. Otherwise, yeah, that would be pretty peak. Sing it? No, I'm not singing. It was dark on the thing. I'm hoping not many clear plaques, but we'll see. Yep, copyright. Scary. Okay. Oop, Timago. Right, that's our next visit, the Space Center. The plastic site there, holy. Is it a crab? I can't decide whether it's funny or disturbing in voice. But fair enough. Oh, okay. Yep, White Rocks. Alright. Let's claim our prize. Mine badge. Impressive. I've been watching you since you set foot in Moss Deep. Somehow I knew you were the trainer I was looking for. Much like you, Kubfu is a Pokemon with a near unlimited potential. I trust you to help it fulfill that. Alright. So, we could call this Growler, after the dating app specifically for gay bears, or we could call it something else. What does chat want? The gay bear one? We used it for a Teddy Ursa like in a previous one, but... Okay, we'll just go Garland. Ooh, hold on, is it all capitals? Let me just double check that. It is, okay. I think I'll do an express executive decision here and not actually make it fully accurate. Panda Express would be a good shout, actually, yeah. I think. Pokemon Champions, too. Good luck. Grizzle? What is Grizzle? Alright, let's see. Please be good. Oh, it's minus speed. Okay, well the IVs are pretty good. But it needs nature scales, I guess. Is it 5 mil? Kinda hard to predict that one solid, I think. I guess we get them through dive on that. You should expect to send free. Okay. Fair enough then. It's fine, it doesn't evolve just yet. We need to get to level 50 first, so this is going to take a little bit. Alright, well. I guess that works. Alright, well, I suppose I can either dump free scales right now, or I can use those on Metacham, and then I guess grab a few in dive. I mean, when do people normally spend the scales? Is it like... I assume before Elite Four usually, right? Yeah. I suppose I want to make this probably Jolly. Maybe Adamant. I guess it depends on the bear. I see, man. Okay. That's not too bad. I guess maybe Dak actually does like me. How nice. Right, yeah. Surgeon Strike's at level 90, right? I think it is. Take block over sheep with Shelly. Right, okay. After calculating Elite Four? Oh no, I'm never gonna get there. I'll have to see, yeah. Welcome in back. Thank you for the raid. Appreciate it. How was your stream today? Okay, let's level up then. Thank you, Bat. Appreciate it. We just got the mine badge now, and I just got my cub food, so far so good, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, let me speed up a little bit. What do I do moveset-wise, actually? So probably after the dive scales, okay. That makes sense, yeah, because I probably want to use Metacham for the space tag. Yeah, Terra come in. Yeah, we just got the code through. My Tailizer was a bit shaky. I did have to sack one more thing than I wanted, but... yeah, we got through somehow. Keep tackle on this? Ooh, should I drop tackle? Party move, CC, flex, and then strokes wicked blow, okay. I think I realized it's a TM, right? So I can just go with that for now. I'm not going to use Dynamic Punch, I'm pretty sure. Go on. Depends on equal cuts for the alterations of the okay, that sounds a right invoice, yeah. I'd imagine I probably would want Jolly, but... really, Kaibi. Whoops. So wait, does the Dark one also get a priority move? Oh, Sucker Punch, right, okay. Oh, we have like a solid 50-50 on the predict. Cool. Alright, here we go. I would like the Dark Shifu, but let's see. What do I get? That's the Dark one. Okay, great. We are an evil bear. Creepy bear, evil bear, dark bear. Ooh, close combat. Nice. I'm like the casino. Huge. Okay. Okay, I will resolve the prediction. Dark Bear wins. Do I drop Leah? Good question. Isaac, unlucky. The house always wins. Okay, I assume there's no reason to not level this up straight away, so... Okay, so let's... Crunch. I mean, I suppose I might want that for the moment, if I don't get, Wicked Blow right now. It is Kingdra, yeah, but it's a move tutor, so I can just teach it back later. Honestly, then, might be a shout. Scale Tackle. Can I even do that? You want Iron Head, okay. Oh, Scary Face, okay. And then Crunch gets replaced with Wicked Blow once I learn that, I guess. I guess I don't want coaching. This is like the meme ball one, isn't it? I think. A premium flex slot you can't reteach. Okay. Interesting. Top CC, totally worth it. Yeah, goodbye coaching. Okay, and then that is our cap. Cool. Alright, there we go. Urshifu. Yeah, just need to scale the nature, and I think we're in a pretty good position, hopefully. Oh, does Luchi use it? Interesting. We'll see, Mal, yeah. If I can get the jump on them, maybe. And maybe a life orb. Oh, quick question. So, the leftovers I've stolen, can I actually exchange that right now, or do I have to actually get the scanner first before I can swap it out for a different item? Oop, different answers. Yeah, T&L are actually fairly kind to us for the most part. You could hit that, okay. Alright, thank you, chat. Interesting. Oops, I need a flying type. It's all good, Zuka, don't worry. That is interesting, okay. Let me have a look. Ah, I already died. Right, okay. Yeah, makes sense. Welcome back. Oop, tech dialogue cuts off. Right, I guess the script's a bit broken. Interesting. Well, I guess I gotta consider these now, I guess, when I'm doing stuff, but... Cool, okay, this video opens up our options, I guess. I'll have to keep this in mind. Oh, yeah, of course, yeah, auxiliary thing needs specs. Good point. Okay, so I guess when it comes to... I guess I'll just level up mons as I need to, because I guess Zootopodus Gym still has, like, doubles and that. But yeah. That would be impressive in any bit, we'll see. That's fine, it's a good night. Thanks for hanging out today, I appreciate it. Actually, I'm pretty pleased that we actually got this far, and far enough to get Urshifu. I'll take a screenshot for the Discord. Cool, yeah. Okay, so that's probably gonna wrap it up for today. It is getting a bit late anyways. But yeah, W result, I think. Hopefully losing Basket Legion isn't gonna be a huge deal. But yeah, we'll see. Yeah, thank you all, chat. Appreciate everyone's help and support today. And yeah. Oh, how do you do? Welcome in. Oh yeah, just about to head out. Ooh, a light sauna. I've not had a chance to raid into a light yet, so this could be a good opportunity. So we will do that. Yeah, thank you for joining. I will, yeah, use ARF as the, sorry, ARF? Lowercase ARF? Yeah, lowercase ARF as the raid alert. But yeah, I will have a look at space tag, and then we will see what's happening. I'm probably just gonna use Mega Medicham to sweep the actual tag bit, but I need to look at all the grunts and all that. But yeah, we are still in a good spot, I think. So that's good. So yeah, thank you all for being here. Show Alex some love. He is playing Ancestral X at the moment. I think he's in the 5th gym. I think I saw when I was opened it for a second. Use ARF, lowercase, as the raid emote, and I will see you all whenever I'm able to with some lines. Alright, have a good night, everyone. Bye-bye. Yeah, somehow I made it. Just about. Alright, see you all soon, chat. Bye-bye.